Welcome to the 4205 cast. Kings come at you live, but you'll hear us on tape delay. Today I have with me some people. Go ahead, say your names.
Theo.
Go ahead.
Chris.
All right, cool. Oh, man, I thought he wasn't going to say anything. I thought he was just going to keep staring.
That's what you thought.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
Hey.
up? How you doing?
I feel
How you
like I
doing?
haven't seen you guys in like a month.
I know.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Feels that way.
it does. It really does feel that way. Oh my
Because
god, are
it's
these
been like
how
3
big are
weeks.
these bags under my eyes? Oh my god.
Get some sleep, man. I know he's just on
Maybe
vacation, but like you know,
have thought about that, like putting on the makeup. You know you're supposed to put on makeup before you go on the camera.
Oh, is
Definitely
that how
do
that
it
works?
before every episode
all
now.
right. I'll use this red Sharpie.
That's
please,
that's a good
please
plan.
do. Please do.
That'll make a fun screen cap.
Oh god. Well, problem is if I do it just for the gag, it'll be there for the rest of the night. So
And forever.
I like to commit to the bit, but I'm not that committed.
Mm.
I think if I do that, I think I need to be committed. So I won't be doing that.
Hard to argue.
That was a pun. I like it.
Was it?
That was
Okay.
I thought it was just being clever.
Definitely not that.
Okay, you're fired. You can go away. You and your vinyl. Look at this vinyl.
Yeah, I love that. Just chilling. I mean, if I'm gonna have action figures, it makes sense for Theo to have vinyls.
Yep. Every episode is going to be a new one.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like Chris has his action figure. Theo has his vinyl. Andre has that persistent box of Mario cereal back there. I mean, you can. Yeah, you.
I have loyalty.
He has two cast
You
members.
can kind of see my Binding of Isaac toy, like right here.
Yeah.
See that? Where that?
I see a Vegeta
And there's
also.
Vegito right there.
I got you that, didn't I?
You did. You did give me that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I need to figure out how to get these things. These things on camera, like behind there. Just this.
What are they?
It's lamps. Check it out.
Oh, are they?
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
well, that's really bright. Okay. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have them turned on.
Oh God,
They're
Yeah, not
very angelic.
that would work probably more in Dre's setup.
Yeah, I would.
Me thanks.
I can't exactly put them over here.
What are you talking about? I have plenty of light here.
Yes, not sitting in the dark at all.
Yeah. All right, Mega Man's on the floor now. He's gonna stay there for the time being. So.
Oh, so you're Capcom now. Cool.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Ooh, nice.
Where's the lie?
There is no lie. That is truth.
Mm-hmm. That's just it. Be like that.
Yep.
That's how it be.
Is everybody weak?
It was a week.
Yeah. Stomach problems. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Good
Yeah,
times.
so hopefully I won't be gassing it up all night, but something's percolating
brewing.
down there for a little too long. So it's doctor time.
Just hang in there, man.
I'm hanging in there. I'll do everything I can.
We're normally used to having Chris brewing things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
That's my
yeah,
job.
we are.
So slightly
Appreciate-
different change of pace.
I appreciate you stealing my thunder like that, Joe. It's not cool.
Oh, this is going to be Thunder tonight.
No, there's not going to be any thunder. I promise. I promise. There's not going to be any of that.
Oh,
Well, that's good.
because of the mute
Best.
button.
Like a
Just
pressure cooker.
slow on the output, and we get the slip.
Can we
I don't
stop
know
talking
slip-
about
I
this
don't know
now?
Slip it. You brought it up.
I did.
We're in it now.
You
For the
asked me
rest
how
of the
my
show.
week was, and I'm like, this is what happened. This is what dominated my week.
If you go with the TMI, we have to roll with it.
All right.
For the it's going to be the ongoing topic for the show.
Sure.
Might even be in the title. You never know.
Yeah.
Do we talk about games now, or do we continue talking
Yeah, I
about
guess we can talk about
I think we can
flatulence
just
and
talk about
gas?
games. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can-
It's not flatulence. It's not that kind of gas. It's coming up the other end.
Oh, fun.
You're waiting for
Cool,
me to do
cool.
it, aren't you?
Yeah,
I'm not going to do
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I'm not-
all right. Games.
Yep.
Theo, do it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you.
Theo, you
sure.
always go first with the games. Come on.
I'm playing a bunch of stuff, but nothing really worth talking about other than saying they're all good. What I do want to talk about this week is I've had quite a journey with the 3DS.
The system that you claimed was dead.
Is this your epilogue? Are you doing an epilogue?
In memoriam.
You know that gif of the soap opera where they're at the funeral and the
guy comes up with the coffin.
This is a 3DS for me.
All right.
So about last month, right? I was actually watching a video on YouTube and talking about like obscure 3DS games that hasn't come out or has come out that's pretty hard to find. So kind of got me back in the mood for the 3DS. Mm-hmm. A lot of them I own because, like Chris, I kind of want to have a perfect 3DS collection because I just really love that system.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start traveling with my 3DS to work now. Mm-hmm. As you guys know, I have quite a few 3DSs, SI, something.
That's already a system.
You have like 4 of them, don't you?
Yeah, right.
At least.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 4. No, actually 3. 3. And two DSs.
Mm-hmm.
DSIs, whatever. But anyway.
No, the DSI is a different system.
Yeah, you're right. So started bringing my Japanese 3DS, which, as you guys know, was my homebrew 3DS. The ones that have like all the emulators and like custom firmware and stuff like that. So started bringing it to work. And one day while I'm at work, I open it up and the screen is cracked.
Oh, no.
The top screen. So heartbroken because that is my favorite 3DS. Like, that's the one that it came to the
Famicom
States.
Buttons on it?
Yes.
The Super Famicom buttons?
Yes.
I know what
and
you're
like
talking
you
about.
change your face plates and stuff like that.
That one's really cool.
It came to the States, but on a very limited basis. I think only Nintendo sold it in their stores.
Yes.
So that's going to be important for the story. So top screen broke, and I'm like, fuck, man. Now I got to buy like a screen replacement and try to figure this thing out and open it up and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So Nintendo, in their infinite wisdom, decided to name this system the new 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find stuff for the new 3DS is very hard.
Yep.
Very, very, very difficult. So for about 2 weeks, I've been searching for a top screen replacement for the 3DS. So I've been like going through eBay, all this stuff, like, you know, try to search for a new 3DS top screen replacement. Everything that comes out is the XL because that's the one that was widely available in the United States, right? Mm-hmm. So having the hardest time. I actually went to this forum I frequent to ask them, like, yo, anybody know where I can find like the top screen replacement? They're like, yo, it's like almost impossible to find this thing because, super hard to find it. And I totally forgot that the top screen for the new 3DS non-XL version was different from the original 3DS. Because I'm thinking like, oh, they're probably like the same screen size. Like, no, it's like a slightly bigger. So sucks. I'm like, okay, all right. I have to go down the Reddit hole. And Reddit for me is always like the black market. It's like, yo, you want some livers? Like we'll sell you some livers over here.
Not that bad.
No, I mean, but like, because I was doing like kind of like surface level searching, like trying to find the top screen for this thing and with no avail. Search Reddit and I found it almost instantly. So I was like, all right, cool. Like I said, like when things get dire, you go through Reddit to try to find this shit.
No, because Tor was going to be next, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend like I haven't gone to Reddit at desperation.
I mean, I don't dislike Reddit. It's just like I don't like the format, so it's like I don't really like to frequent it too much. So
you have to mod Reddit in order for it to be a
cool
format. Yeah,
I miss forums, man.
You know what?
I really do. I'm sorry.
For a long time I did, but I'm starting to get used to Discord now.
Discord I prefer to Reddit, no question. Like
I
no
think
question.
I don't prefer to forums yet, but it's getting there.
Yeah, Discord doesn't save information well.
That's my problem with Discord. Like I like going back to old threads. I'm like, oh, this is fucking funny. Like I love this shit.
Yeah. Anyway, Reddit is good for that.
Yeah. It is.
So anyway, finally found this screen after like a few hours of searching. Still, like even though I got the Reddit link, it like a few important posts were deleted. So I was like, oh, great. Like still have to do this search, but now I know the keywords to actually search for this thing. Found this eBay seller that's selling it for more than I wanted to pay for it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, cool. This is where I'm at.
This is how it's going to go.
This is how it's going to go because the alternative is buying a new 3DS non-XL version, which is I had like a custom, the special edition one,
Mhm.
$400 average, $500
Yeah.
new.
I mean, all your information's on that system too, so you don't want to have to get a new one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's
finally
crazy.
got the screen, and I'm like, okay, I have to set a day for this because I've opened a 3DS before, and it is like a jungle in there. It is
Yeah, it's
very
terrifying.
like it's stuff of super small. Like there's ribbons all over the place. You could really fuck up the system just by opening it because there's ribbons from that that back panel to the board. Like so, if you don't know what you're doing, the system is done before you even try to fix it.
Dude, I remember having a stroke when I heard you had to open it to put the freaking SD card in there.
Which one was that?
That's the XL.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you remember when we went to go pick it up?
I totally forgot about that. That was a bad design.
Dude, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I immediately was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I think you needed a screwdriver for that also,
You
right?
did.
I mean, how is it going to get it open?
Yeah. And then
yeah,
we were lucky because we were able to do our system transfers in the store.
in a store that we knew the person.
We knew the person who was running it, so we did our trade-in and our system transfer right there.
So we were lucky in that way. So finally got this thing and like set aside a day for it, had a few hours to spend on it, and finally open it up. I'm actually going to post a few pictures of the thing in the Discord if you wouldn't mind sharing it, Joe.
Yeah, I will do what I can, sure.
Okay. Anyway, so as I'm doing this thing, I am like terrified because I'm actually watching a YouTube video while I'm doing this. But like I said, this version of the 3DS is actually very uncommon. So no YouTube videos about how to open this thing and how to fix it. So I had to use an XL version, which the guts are a little different. Like
of course they are.
like about 20% different. Like a lot of the ways you can still kind of finagle and figure stuff away.
I feel like every tutorial video is at least 20% off from what you're looking for. It doesn't matter what it is. It's at least 20% different than what you've got.
Yeah.
Time for everything.
Yeah. So as I'm doing this thing, I'm trying to like sweating. I'm holding a flashlight in my mouth because it's fucking dark as fuck.
You're defusing a fucking bomb.
Yeah. So as I'm doing this thing, hold on, I'm trying to put some images up now.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Discord. Like you can only put like 8 megabytes at a time. So as I'm doing this thing, I'm like actually making good progress. It's taking about.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we got the same toolkit.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
We saw that while shopping for Christmas. We're like, we need to get one of these.
Yeah.
I remember now. Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry for our audio listeners.
By the way, super illegal.
I mean, it's my system though.
It voids the warranty, but that's about it.
I mean,
Yeah,
this warranty was voided a long time ago.
Yeah.
So as I'm doing it, I'm actually making good progress. It took maybe about 2 hours. I'm doing this thing. Finally got to the top screen. It's super hard to set it up and finally set it in and all that stuff.
Doesn't look as bad as I thought it did.
Oh, that's the early screenshots.
Mm. Okay.
This one is fun. Sorry.
It's all right. Just tell me when you need to go to the next slide.
There's one being posted right now. So finally get the screen in, and I'm like, okay, cool. Going backwards in the YouTube video now, and as I'm closing the system, finally open it up, put the battery in, all that jazz. The top screen is working. So I'm like,
the top screen you didn't buy, the original one?
No, the top screen that I replaced it with is working.
Oh, okay.
So all the ribbons I put, everything is thing. The bottom screen now isn't working.
Oh, no.
No.
The bottom screen is not working. And
Of course.
there was a moment when I was closing the system where as I'm like using a tweezer to kind of put the ribbons in, that was easily the hardest part about this whole thing. I was like, fuck, all right. This took like at least an hour to try to put this ribbon into this tiny thing. I'm trying to close back the clasp to go into the ribbon, and it kind of like broke a little bit.
Oh,
So I'm like, fuck. I think that's a bad deal right there.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna send that picture right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So closed it. Top screen working. Felt super happy. So I'm like, huh, it's taking a while for the bottom screen to turn on. They usually turn on at the same time. Nope. So I'm like, fuck. So open it back up, and opening up the system isn't hard. It's the closing back part where you have to kind of, you cannot turn the system all the way on until it is closed back. And it takes about 10 minutes. So I've tried to fix this thing at least like 5 times to try to figure out what the problem is. Yeah, that little part right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, terrifying. So still not working. End up buying electrical glue, which I didn't even know was a thing. I was like, all right, to try to like get these things closer together, because what I'm thinking is the ribbon isn't hitting the connector board enough for it to turn on the bottom screen. Bought the glue, didn't work, and I was like, fuck. So I think I have a dead 3DS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not for lack of trying, I guess.
No,
Yeah,
I'm actually really happy I got that top screen working. Kind of bummed I fucked up the bottom screen. I think I could fix it by soldering it. I don't like soldering stuff. Yeah,
Ugh.
I
That doesn't end well,
You
man.
know, like if it's already broken, and you
That's
can fix it through
exactly
soldering,
where
then-
I'm
Got
at.
nothing to, I got nothing to
Yeah.
lose.
That's exactly where I'm at. All the alternative is I could buy a 2DS XL.
Okay.
I bought a 2DS XL.
Of course you
All
did.
That was just my long away. Yeah. So I have now owned
Trace.
every
Every version.
Andre is so exasperated.
But not surprised.
yeah.
He's completely horizontal.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Theo.
I now
Theo,
yes.
3+ years ago,
Yes.
you were throwing dirt on every one of these systems. What's going on?
That video really got me in my
Do you
feelings
really
about
need
the
Phoenix
3DS.
Wright that badly?
So, this is a long away version of saying that I'm playing the Great Ace Attorney,
God damn it.
Phoenix Wright.
Oh my god! I feel like that was the world's longest setup to the world's worst punchline.
But the punchline you already knew was coming.
So, Capcom has these 2 Ace Attorney games that they never released to the States called the Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2, which is a kind of guidance / prequel to the Ace Attorney series that is set in Japan, and Capcom is like, the Ace Attorney games don't sell well enough as is, and we're not gonna fucking have this Japanese-centric one come to the States. We're not localizing this shit ever. Oh no!
It's all right. He's fine.
So finally got that to work,
Mhm.
and been playing that, and the game's great, and it was all worth it. That's
Well,
me.
God damn it, Theo.
You know, I'm just gonna let this burn my eyes right now. I'm not gonna put this back on. Just put my regular glasses.
Yep.
Because
Fans-
right now I feel like I need some pain to accompany the pain that you have just given me.
I'm sorry. The fans finally translated. So that's actually why I modded my first Japanese 3DS, because I wanted to play the first game, but I kind of stopped because the fans have translated, had they like a soft translation on the games, because Capcom said they're not releasing this thing. So took it up to the fans to say, all right, we're going to try to do something with this. And I stopped playing the first game. I got like in the middle of the first case because I was waiting for the fan translation of the second one to be finished. So they're like, they're making good progress. They're like at the episode 3 right now, and they should be done by the year end, barring nothing crazy goes on. So I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I am gonna jump back into this game, and it's just been like phenomenal so far. The writing is great. Well, the translation of the writing is incredible. The creator Shu Takumi has come back for the series because he didn't write 5 and 6, if I'm not mistaken. So like the writing is just real punchy in a way that the sequels, the 5 and 6 weren't. So just been like enjoying this game immensely so far.
I see.
So Yeah, that's me this week.
God damn it.
It was fun. It was fun opening that 3DS.
You were just looking for a way to get around just only talking about Phoenix, right?
That was my the 3DS part. It was something. I felt really good when I got that top screen working.
I mean, I've opened up iBuffaloes and fixed those, but those are nowhere near as complicated.
Yeah.
Also, they cost like $20. So like
40.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
$40. So like, if you mess it up, it's still not as bad as having to buy a $400 system.
True.
Yeah.
But these things are well, those things are out of print too.
The 2DS XL is actually very cheap.
Yeah, so it's still in production, so that's
You're
probably
gonna open that one up. You should probably buy a dummy one so you can tinker with it.
I actually already modded this one. Like completely broke it open way more than my Japanese 3DS.
Yeah.
And it's region free now, so it's like great.
You, bro. You do you.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Joe. what's going
Yo.
on?
Well, I tried to stop playing Divinity 2. I really did. I finished my Lone Wolf playthrough where I had two very overpowered characters, and I started playing other stuff. I'm going to talk about the other stuff that I played a little bit. It was Team Fortress 2.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did we all go back to old favorites this
I was about
week?
to say, what the hell?
Jesus.
I went back to Team Fortress 2 just because I couldn't I couldn't hold back the urge to play it again. I was really missing it. And I'm not going to have that vanilla experience anytime soon unless I want to do that fan mod thing, and I don't think the community is going to be like that diverse for that, you know. It's unofficial. I mean, Valve is probably going to be like, yeah, whatever, go ahead, do it.
Private servers, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure how it works. I saw it, and I'm like, that sounds like exactly what I want, but I want official support for that. So I'm going to hold off on that. But I just went back, and I started playing again. Like riding a goddamn bicycle. Like just went right back into it, and the only thing I didn't remember was like some of the maps.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of new maps that I just have no idea what they are. But as soon as I got
I was about to ask, what is that game in like 2020?
It's the same as it was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Like the stupid weapons are all still there. I just really want vanilla. I just really want everything to be vanilla. I'm using exclusively stock loadout for everything, with the exception of, you know, like things with a kill count or like vintage items or whatever.
Yeah.
But like everything is just stock. I have costumes and hats. And I'm
There
having
it is.
costumes and hats, you know?
Baby.
I gotta have
Hats.
I gotta have my cool looking hats, but like
I forgot about the hats.
I forgot
Can't
about
forget
my
hats.
hats.
That was a hot like year or two where it's just like that was just a joke because like we got hats now.
Yeah. There's the hat where it's like a bunch of hats stacked on top of each other. It's great. It's great. My spies.
Actually, my friend actually sold that trading card if I'm not mistaken and got a pretty penny for that.
What the hat of hats or
Yeah, I
whatever?
believe so. Yeah.
I forget the name of the ad. It was like the hatful cornucopia.
The
or something.
Mad
I forget.
Hatter.
Yeah, whatever. I'm surprised that's not a Team Fortress 2 character that they have to be alongside Saxton Hale. Saxton Hale. Yeah, so I just jumped right back into it, and you know the little rust, you know. But as soon as I got back into Dust Bowl, everything started to click again. My aim isn't as good as it was, you know. It's ring rust and age. That'll do it to you, you know.
You're rusty, bro. It happens.
Rusty, yeah, but you know, I remember a lot of the old tricks I used to do. They still work.
That's good.
And they never.
You're a
they didn't
spy
touch
player,
it.
correct?
No. Spy's like one of my least used jobs, classes. I was my most played is Scout because I did nothing but Scout all day, every day, and I was terrible at it. My best class is probably still Heavy.
I remember you being a Heavy player.
Oh yeah, I still love Heavy. Heavy weapons guy is my dude. That was pretty much what I did. Scout and Heavy. Pick Sniper a couple of times, but hello, bye, Chris. See you later.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's out.
I'm still here.
Jonathan.
Relax.
What?
Turn camera off for a second. All right, I'll be
Okay.
back in a second.
All right.
Keep
No,
going.
okay.
Keep talking.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I just went right back to it, and I think I'm going to stick with it a little longer. But I did I did actually start playing Divinity 2. Another
Oh, again, huh?
Again, yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah, I'm doing a solo playthrough this time.
Just one character.
Just one character.
Interesting.
Just one character, and I'm having an easier time than I had with 2.
So, I guess with the game is like the hard mode is 4 characters.
Yeah, hard mode is 4 characters, no lone wolf, because they die so easy. They just melt.
They do.
They just melt. The beginning of that game is
rough.
Easily the hardest part of the whole thing. Easily the hardest part.
No weapon, no money.
You have no gear, you have no abilities. It's just
nothing.
And when you're at that low level, since you have no gear and no abilities, you have to rely on it, and then you just can't really do anything.
Yep.
So you have to game the system. But I managed, and because so there was an entire tree of skills I just barely used in any of my playthroughs. So I'm looking at them like I can't go through this game again without at least doing this part of it here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an all physical build where it's using necromancer spells to do physical damage and blow up the corpses after. And I got super heavy shields that do like 1 billion damage and crits for a lot of damage. Like shit is just blowing up.
I was about to say, you're playing necromancy, so you're not even really by yourself.
Well, no, I'm not using any summons.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No. I'm just doing raw physical damage.
No corpse. No, what's that?
I'm using corpse explosion, but that's hard. That's hard to set up because the enemies move around a lot.
Yeah.
And it's self-damaging. So if you're standing about in the middle of a bunch of corpses, you're gonna hurt yourself. Mm. I killed myself several times by thinking, I've got enough health. I don't have enough health.
Oops.
Cool. Yeah.
Can't tank it.
Yeah, but it's really working out. With this solo stuff, I'm able to employ tricks in order to avoid damage, like turning invisible, and the enemies don't do anything if you turn invisible, and it resets my cooldowns a little bit. Things come back really fast, and since I have a lone wolf build, it's I'm doing a lot of damage and getting to do a lot in one turn. My crit's at 50% now, so I'm critting half the time and doing thousands of damage already midway in Act 2 through the game. So
great.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at, and I think I'm going to have a really the easiest time I've had with this game so far. So I think there was some early access for Baldur's Gate 3 that Larry.
Oh, is that out yet?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be today.
Oh man,
I think that was supposed to be today. I'm not sure how to. I don't know. I just found out about it. I'm not sure if I can get access to it somehow, but that's coming. So I am on a tactical RPG kick, and I do have Pillars of Eternity too, sitting in the yeah. I didn't want to jump on that right now because I just wanted to. I didn't want to just only do tactical RPGs. I was looking for some other stuff.
That's not Obsidian, right?
No.
Who is
Pillars or
Pillars?
I'm not sure who does that one. I didn't see. I don't remember the developer. I think it was some Kickstarter thing. So it's
no, I know it's Kickstarter, but it's from a revered,
an actual developer.
Yeah, don't remember.
I mean, I can check. I'm right here.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up right.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Okay, sure. It's it's a game. Yeah, with Baldur's Gate 3 coming out, maybe I want to hold off on this. I was thinking about doing Sekiro, but I don't think it was the kind of game I would have liked to play. Yeah, it was Obsidian. You're right.
Oh,
you're right. It is Obsidian. All right. I mean, Obsidian does good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm told this is very good, and I don't know how it compares to Divinity, but I really like these Divinity games, and I think the next one, I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be really, really something else.
Yeah.
Now they have a big budget behind them, and I'm expecting a lot out of it, so I'm actually looking forward to it. I don't know when, tactical RPGs, re-clicked for me, but, I tried Pillars a while ago. I'm like, this is not the kind of game I want to play anymore. And then all of a sudden, I decided I want to play these games just nonstop all the time.
Well, it's the complexity of them that you.
That's exactly what I was missing, that complexity, and maybe back then I was just I need in my face action all the time. So I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Once I'm done with this playthrough, what do? I don't know. I do have Horizons. That's what I was doing.
You have
I
another
was
game.
killing time for Horizon Zero Dawn.
There you go.
I was killing time for that.
So
I was
you got
killing
plenty of
time for
games.
that. Yeah, and I didn't want to start Pillars of Eternity before I started Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'm like, screw it. There's still stuff I haven't done in this, so let me just finish it off completely. And who knows? Maybe I'll still be playing it after. Like, I want to do this now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think solo is definitely the way to go. I'm having the most fun I've had with it so far. I don't know how much longer I can stand this story, though. To skip through all the dialogue.
You get used to it, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's other stuff I could do. You know, I could be playing multiplayer. But I don't know. I don't want to play with other people like that. I need to play with friends, Theo. Yeah.
Not so subtle
Not
hint
so
dropping.
subtle. Not exactly what I mean, but I don't want to play.
I get what
randos.
you mean.
Yeah, that's me.
I have 5 days to wait for Horizon. So
Yeah, so I got I'm not sure I'll be done with this play. I'll be done with this playthrough in 5 days. I'll be done. The rate I'm going, absolutely. I don't know. Maybe if I can manage some more Team Fortress 2 time.
even if you don't finish it, you'll probably still be done.
You're right. Maybe be like, you can just see where the rest of this is going. Like, yeah,
Right.
I'm good. Yeah.
You ever look into the Wasteland series?
No.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
wait. Maybe I did at some point, and that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Not the CRPG that not as flavorful as Divinity, but
Yeah, I'm not sure how ham I want to go into the entire genre. I don't know if I want to burn myself out of that, but like Divinity 2 might be enough of that on its own.
and Divinity is
Burn
very
myself out.
it's very unique in that way, especially in its battle system with the whole AP thing. I don't know. It feels. It don't feel like a clusterfuck like other games, especially like the Baldur's Gate games, like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Well, we'll see how we go from there. If I can transition well, because I might be too used to this, the way this goes now.
Yeah.
Too comfortable.
Too comfortable is right. Yeah, I'm way too comfortable with it now. It's comfort food at this point. But
No mods to break it open.
I mean, no. I might add some mods for another playthrough to like maybe add more enemies that I can blow up. That should be fun.
Do a hardcore playthrough where, like, if you die,
I'm not that kind of guy.
Not that.
I've never
just
liked that kind of
nothing
thing.
about that ever sounds appealing to me.
Yeah.
No, why?
Ever.
For what? No.
It's like a prolonged roguelike.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't
not even.
want no part of that.
Ugh,
That's
Hollow
like
Knight
the-
has a mode like that. I'm like, this is insane
that's
for this game.
craziness.
That game's
Fuck
hard.
all that.
There are
Okay,
very
how-
few like legitimate roguelikes that I actually enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
There has to be some sort of persistence. Like, how do you justify playing a game right now where unless it's like a puzzle game, I guess, with like if you're going through and you have to defeat the game, how do you play that game with no persistence?
I don't know. I don't know if I can do that either. I mean, it really would depend on the kind of game.
Yeah, because I mean, arcade game is kind of that.
Yes, it kind of
Right,
is, isn't
but
it?
like
No, I get what you mean though.
it's always the same game,
Yeah,
right? Like,
Some variables could change. Some.
for the most part,
Yeah.
sure.
I think Link to the Past randomizer is as far as I want to go down that hole now.
yeah. And
That's
I mean, like, that's not even a roguelike because you can die on purpose.
right. Exactly. All right. Well, that's what I got. Next week, maybe I'll have started Horizon, so I can talk about that.
There you go.
All right.
I'm tempted to buy that.
Why? Would you
I
have
don't
it?
know. So
All the PC options that they added.
that's the thing. And I
Really?
was looking at
What
Death
did they add to
Stranding,
it?
a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
like high,
Like,
like
Ultra wide,
high
screen.
fidelity, ultra wide support. I think is it 144?
Yeah, you can put it up there if you can support it.
Mm.
I was even looking at Death Stranding. I was like, I can't pay $60 for Death Stranding. I can't
Again.
fucking do it. Yeah, again. Well, I'm not. I just want to walk in that world on the PC.
Patient gaming, right?
Oh,
Mm.
Hey, you waited for this long for it to be on PC. You can
I
wait
did.
for a little bit longer, right?
Yes.
Not you specifically, but for
Okay.
Death Stranding.
Well, I'm
Mhm.
not playing Death Stranding though.
Right.
yet.
This is more
Will
to
not
what
be.
Theo was saying.
yeah.
I know you don't have to wait for Horizon because it's like 5 days. So.
5 days. Yeah.
You're
I got time. I got
ready
time.
to go.
You know, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I got stuff. I'm having fun.
You have a thing.
Yeah. I was looking for new games. I just didn't find any like cheap stuff.
Mm.
Like I played Hyper Parasite, which is kind of like another like a twin stick shooter roguelike, but I thought it was terrible.
I never even heard of it.
I didn't play it for longer than 2 hours. I couldn't stand it. It was just
Okay.
grindy and not fun.
Mm.
Can always pick up the Mega Man Zero ZX collection. I think that's on sale again. Well,
I might do that. I might. I keep looking at them, but I just never commit to it.
Tons of Capcom stuff was on sale, except for Ultra Street Fighter 2 again.
4, you mean?
Fuckers. No, Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Oh, Ultra Street Fighter on the
The
Switch,
Switch.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a Switch exclusive, right?
Yes.
Yep.
It's never on sale.
yeah.
It's
a
never
Switch.
on sale.
Nothing on the Switch is ever on sale.
That's
Nah, you're crazy.
that you're out of your
the
mind.
Switch has a massive sale going.
There's
on
a sale
right now.
every day on the Switch.
Yeah.
There's shit on sale all the time. What do you even
Nothing
talking
you
about?
want is ever on sale on the Switch.
Oh,
No, that's not
dude.
true at all either.
Turn
That's a
on your
false statement.
Switch.
Chasm
and
Chasm
look
is
at
$8.
Oh, that's Chasm. That's Chasm's anniversary. That's why.
Yeah. I'm like
Every
in-
Square game is on sale right
Yep.
now.
Yeah, every Square game
half
is on
off.
sale.
Okay, I'll turn my Switch on and look. I won't do it now since we're in the middle of something.
Yeah.
I should be
What
thinking
is
about
it,
getting
the-
Chasm.
SteamWorld Dig was like $250.
Oh yeah, those are always like every other week she's on sale.
Yeah, dude, like
There's a lot of sales. On
Cave
the
Story,
Switch.
like all kinds of shit. Like
Mhm.
everything is always on sale on the Switch. I don't have anything on my wish list that's on sale at the moment. But like, yeah,
Hey,
so that's
told
on
you,
sale.
nothing you want.
Nothing I want currently, but there's usually something on sale that I want.
Okay.
I mean, there are
Anyways.
plenty of things on sale that I already have that I'd be like, dang.
Right. I wish I just waited. I didn't even start this up.
Yeah, that always happens, but yeah, what can you do?
Well,
Chris, what do you got?
So, nothing new for me this week. I thought I was done with Zelda.
thought.
And then I just kept playing it.
That's what happens.
Because I wanted to max out a bunch of the equipment. I have max inventory space now, so I got all.
Do you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I got about 400. I think you need about 430 Korok seeds to max your inventory.
Oh,
something
really?
Along those lines.
Shit.
So
Is
a
that
max inventory
just
space.
under half.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Actually,
Center.
not really hard. Just
No, it's not.
Just it's yeah.
a little tedious. But
It's
not
yeah.
really hard.
Like, I mean, I have the Korok mask, so it's not that hard anymore
Oh,
at
yeah.
all.
Well, still finding them is still like, okay, I got to see where these things are. But like you kind of understand the logic after a while in that
Yeah,
game.
you
You're
do.
like, okay, it's under this rock.
Yeah, it's under this rock, or it's in that tree, or it's like, or it's that stone pallet, or it's insert the fucking thing here. But like,
Mhm.
so I was doing the Korok stuff. I attempted. I'm finishing up most of the side quests. I've got like 90% of those done now.
Mhm.
I think I have decided to.
Don't
I'm
say
gonna-
what I think you're gonna say.
I'm gonna try champion. I'm gonna try the sword. I'm gonna
Oh,
try
I
the
think
sword
you say
trials.
master mode. I'm about to say, don't
no,
do that.
no.
Don't
I
do
have
that.
no desire to play master
That game
mode at all.
sucks.
No. I have no desire to play that.
Nothing
They
is
just
worth
had-
playing unless it's worth playing on hard.
They just had
shut
to
the
tweak.
fuck up.
They just had to tweak one thing in that game with it that I would have absolutely put like another 150 hours into that game.
Yeah, like
Not every hard mode is good.
Not
Yeah,
every hard mode.
No.
No,
And
this
one
is not a well-made
bad.
hard
Yeah,
mode.
speaking
No.
truthfully, no, it's nothing.
No.
Not every hard mode does a good job of
No, and
being hard.
all the praise and love I have for this game, and this hard mode is terrible.
It's actually one of the worst hard modes, if not.
You know,
the worst,
what
like,
would be,
it's
you know, what
like-
would be, what would be better, like toggles. You know, like just
Yeah.
pick and choose what you
Yes.
want. You know, what you want out of it. You know,
Look, customization is always the way to go.
yeah.
That,
We've had this conversation at nauseam.
the
like,
Fell
the way to
Seal
do it.
game I was playing, the Final Fantasy Tactics,
Yeah.
like they
I
just
saw,
straight up-
I saw those options.
those options are good.
Yeah,
Like you could you could pretty much just make it into your own like game like you want.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
incredible.
Like if you can turn on or off as many features as they let you,
Yep.
then that's the way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
I-
that's the way to add challenge. is to-
I completely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So yeah, so just run through Zelda. I'm gonna try. I gave a pretty decent attempt at the survival mode. Got about halfway through.
Mhm.
And honestly, it can get really rough because you just have like one bad floor and it just fucks you.
Yep.
So, oh
Yeah.
God. So that's the kind of challenge I like out of the game. because
and it's you thinking outside the box a lot of times.
Yeah. I'm doing sneaky. Sure, actually, I don't do a lot of. I know I'm typically run forward and hit the thing, but you can't necessarily do that in this mode. So you actually
I got to save this weapon.
Exactly, and you got to really think about what you're doing. And I'm very crafty with the bombs and the and all the powers and whatnot. So, and I think the bike, you can use the bike in there.
Can you?
I think so. I
actually didn't try that.
How many times? Let's be honest with me, because I know, knowing what we like. How many times have you gotten into battle on the bike?
A lot. It's fun, man. When you're just swinging by and you see.
You ever get hit off the bike?
What happened?
You ever get hit off the bike?
No.
Good. Because in true Kamen Rider form,
absolutely,
you're invincible on the bike.
It's facts, baby. Come on.
The only thing that beats you on that bike is the frame rate.
No.
Yes.
That game was clearly not designed for that bike.
If you're in combat, and usually if you're in combat on the bike, it's usually because you're in a field and you're fighting other things running around.
Yeah.
So.
Or you're heroically charging into battle.
There's that too. That's always fun. But so Zelda, I'm probably gonna lay off of it. Honestly, I'm just gonna exclusively probably play the.
This is Chris's Divinity 2.
Yeah, it really is. I was like, oh, I'm done with it.
I'm done with it. I'm going back. Same story.
Yeah, Claire looked at me. It's like,
game.
I turned it on. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know.
I know. I must
pull me back in."
So I
have no games, but I must play.
No, I have tons of games, and I'm not playing any of them. So, yeah, playing a little bit of Zelda, and I watched The Last Dance this week. It's the Jordan and the Bulls documentary. Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I loved pretty much every facet of it, and I'm not gonna lie.
It's a time capsule, is what it is.
Yes. Oh my god, yes, absolutely. Where I'm sitting there, you have that moment of watching that documentary, and you're like, I realized how closely I followed the NBA back then. When I looked at every single person on the teams that they're playing, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that guy and that guy and that guy. I'm naming all the names.
Yeah.
I'll look at BJ Armstrong, Horace Grant playing Charles Oakley.
What is Tony Kukoc up to these days?
You see him? He's in the documentary.
And it's really that shit is really good when they talk about him.
Dude, yeah, because they talk about destroying him in the Olympics.
Yeah, in the Olympics, yeah.
That's right. He did play for the other side, didn't he?
He was playing.
But the second game, they was like, oh shit,
because they killed him in the first game.
Yeah.
And afterward, he kind of ate his shit and scored some points, and they were like, oh.
I think my favorite part of that documentary is the Isaiah Thomas stuff. Incredible, because that's one of my favorite things in basketball. Just that game where they just
the old school Detroit Pistons.
Oh, the bad boys. Oh my
God.
God.
If you want a confirmation I'll be honest. A lot of people are kind of I feel like Isaiah Thomas should have been on the dream team. It's you know what? Jordan didn't make that call. Everyone thinks he did. The two captains were the other people that Isaiah Thomas spent half his career fucking pissing off, and that was Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
That's what fucking
And
happens.
they were like, no, that motherfucker's not going on this team.
I mean, the energy will be different.
Mm-mm.
So I
on a team full
understand.
of people that can't stand the motherfucker, that's just what was going to happen. And he's an asshole. He had a moment where he could have been like, maybe we shouldn't have walked off. He didn't.
You know what? Not for nothing though. I don't want to spoil the documentary for anybody, but I do.
How can you spoil
It's history.
No, actually, no. There is a thing he says where I did not know until that documentary, and I kind of follow that thing closely because I fucking love that whole shit.
That era of basketball is the best.
The greatest.
Yeah.
Because it was when basketball got elevated.
And not only elevated, but people cared.
Yeah.
It wasn't for a paycheck. People just fucking care. I'm not saying they don't care now, but it was a different feeling back then. Because even I used to watch basketball back then. I'm watching this thing. I'm not as old as you guys, but I'm watching this thing and I'm like, oh, I vaguely remember a lot of this stuff. Oh yeah, basketball and Michael Jordan, they're one and the same.
Yeah. Remember that shit was clear as day, man.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And also just hearing, it was a nice reminder about why Michael Jordan is so fucking good. A lot of people he's an asshole. But I don't necessarily consider him an asshole. Other people could look at him and say, that guy's an asshole. It's
ornery, maybe?
Ornery or just competitive beyond your wildest dreams.
So maybe a fault. Yeah.
And
competitive to a fault.
If you're going to be Michael Jordan, how could you be anything else but that?
Yo, there's straight up things they say that make him sound just biblical. Like Larry Bird was like, "Yeah, we didn't play against a man. We played against Jesus."
Like,
what?
Like
basketball Jesus.
I mean, like when and like and
he
also,
trained with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
God damn it.
There you go.
But like, just so much about that documentary that portrays him as what he is, right, and as like this insanely driven person, like somebody who busted his ass, and the only time he ever got frustrated was when he felt other people weren't trying as hard as they could.
Which is fair.
It's the only time he ever got angry with his teammates, and he said it. He's like, "Look, maybe I held them to an unfair standard." That's like, yeah, not everyone's going to be Michael Jordan,
but he brought out the best in them.
But you can't deny that.
That
like,
repeat they had.
I mean, yeah, freaking. If you looked at Bulls in the '90s, you're like, yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, and in a weird way, I was kind of like, you know, it's just for some reason, like knowing all that hard work, like watching it pay off at such an amazing dividend like that, you know.
Yeah.
And because nobody worked harder than him, no one. Like he was the first person in and last person out all the time. That's just who he was, you know. And the documentary showcases that, and like, for some reason, I don't know, maybe that like, maybe like subconsciously inspired me, but I switched on Third Strike the other night on the anniversary collection, right?
And what's with these anecdotes to get to the
actual
game that we're playing?
You gotta get to it. You need the interesting story, man.
I mean, this is how I got here. I'm just this is part of it, you know. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, and I just pick Ryu, you know, Shinko. I'm like, you know what, I don't care who plays. I just fucking was bodying people. Like I played, must have been a good 4 to 5 hour stretch at night, and I got to max rank on the PlayStation, which I hadn't done yet. And it was just one of those situations where it felt I was hitting combos that I can do on the regular, like usually online with ease. Like Ryu's most damaging combo is if you hit someone in the corner with an EX Shinku hurricane kick. Like he does the EX hurricane kick in the corner. If you time it, you can super them afterward, and then you can juggle them with the Jodan, with the EX Jodan kick, and bounce them off the wall, and then him with a short Yugen. That's like Ryu's most damaging combo, and I was doing that consistently.
So, Chris, what you're telling us tonight is you're the Michael Jordan of Third Strike.
That's
what I'm hearing.
No.
He's like,
Chris is the Michael Jordan of Third Strike.
I am not.
You heard it here first.
Horace Grant. You know, like he's a good player, and you know, there's definitely levels above him.
Yes, exactly. I'm really good, but I am not like you know, if it was one of those situations where like even if I went back in time and played the best in in 2003, I'd still be, you know, maybe I'd be in the top 50 players in the world, but I wouldn't be like anywhere.
Michael Jordan of Third Strike. Wow.
No, not Michael Jordan.
I know that.
Hey, Michael Jordan is in the top 50 NBA players of all time.
Exactly. Yes, but I am not number one, and I am not even in the top 50 of Third Strike either. There's many people who are better than me, but like I ran into some really stiff competition too. Like I played the craziest person I ran into. Like I was bodying some Chun-Li's and some Kens because you know
they don't know how to play against Ryu.
No, they don't. But you know who I as a match I realized as a matchup I have problems with. I have problems with Oro and Ryu because I play Shinku Ryu.
The mirror is always hard, but it's like not exactly a mirror because you use different supers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Oro. I have trouble with Oro. So like I was playing Oro. I was playing this one guy, and this guy was max rank, and he was using Oro. Oro was his icon, like his PSN icon. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Right? Like whenever you run into someone who's using their icon on PSN, like I got disappointed because I ran into a Dudley, and I'm like, the way he was playing, I was red parrying his machine gun blows on the last hit. Like I was on fire.
He's probably just a gentleman. He probably don't play Dudley.
Nah, so, you know, he plays Dudley, but I think he played Street Fighter 4 Dudley. So, because I mean, he wasn't like max rank, but he was like good. But I was playing, and I'm like, oh, you're not I was almost saying he's not a real Dudley player, but like he's a Dudley.
No, he moved. He's a transplant to Duff City.
You know what, man? Welcome. Come on in. Water's fine. Like I was happy to body him and show him why Ryu is actually a surprisingly bad matchup for Dudley.
Maybe it has something to do with being able to hit your super off of the ground.
You know, I didn't even use Shin Shoryuken.
That's a gimmick, and you know it.
It is, but it still feels real.
It's also so demoralizing.
Dude, because I've done it to people, and last time I did it to people, they rage quit. They all rage quit. They go, oh, and well, I mean, probably because I'm using Sean, but like, it's still. But no, like, well, the reason Ryu dominates that matchup is Ryu standing roundhouse, hits Dudley on the ground, and hits Dudley in his shitty jump. And if you have EX fireballs, you check Dudley all day. You know, so I typically use Shinku Ryu. So I beat this Dudley. I play this Oro player. And I was using Shinku Ryu, and he was fucking me up, man. This is the first time I took losses all night. I was like, oh shit, okay, 3 in a row, right? Yeah. Last couple were really close, but like,
which super was he using?
He was using Yagyo-dama.
Okay.
And like he was setup Oro, right? Not combo Oro, which would be using.
I mean, there is no combo Oro. There's only setup Oro.
No, well, I mean, combo.
There's rocks.
Rocks are combo Oro. Yeah. I've seen combo Oro.
Oro is.
He is definitely Yagyo-dama's I think is his best super.
It's the closest. It's the closest you get in third strike to set play.
Yes, absolutely. So I was playing the Oro, and actually I was struggling because Oro's mobility with his double jump and whatnot, like, and his normals are funky, and I guess it's just probably unfamiliar with the matchup, so I can't parry as many of his standing pokes. Like a standing roundhouse is disgusting. That shit comes out so fast, hits for a lot of stun, and he can use it as like an anti-air in some angles.
Okay.
So like, I'm actually having trouble with Oro, and he's playing defensive when he needs to, and doing proper setups with the Yagyo-dama. This guy's really fucking good, right? So I come back to the second set, and I'm like, all right, well, Shinku's not really working out. I tend to check a lot of people at the EX fireballs because for some reason people don't think you're just going to throw an EX out because this is where the meta game of third strike goes. Like, okay, you don't throw fireballs in third strike, right? So you think you can dash in for free.
Yeah.
I like to remind people that like, when I got meter, bro, you're going to get knocked down. It's going to be a free knockdown for me. So I will check people with EX fireballs just to give myself some space. Even if it doesn't hit them, it has enough blocks then it carries them back. And if they parry it, it's even better. It means they get to dash in for a setup. And going for a 50-50 or something. But so I was having trouble with the matchup because the Shinku, the EX fireballs aren't really doing its thing. So I switched over to the Denjin, and that was the key. Because suddenly there was a little bit more respect in the step. Because when you're loaded with Denjin, Ryu can kill you in one combo. Like if one good setup, all you need is with Denjin, you need one good setup, and you play baseball. Okay. That's the term the Japanese use.
Is he going to throw a fastball or not? Yeah, that means
exactly. Here comes the pitch.
Yeah, the Denjin Hadouken is a super that you can hold for however long you need to before it comes out after a set time, but you can release it at any time before that maximum duration is expired. So you can hold it.
It stuns the opponent.
Yeah, and it's unblockable.
Yes, you have to parry it, right? So if you know what you're doing, the ideal play for maximum efficiency for a Denjin Ryu player is to you essentially want to kill with the Denjin, right? You want to get them in a position where you can do a jump in into a fierce into a Jodan, and like it'll probably take out like a third of the entire cast itself.
Right, and then you set up the Denjin
hits like a truck. Stun. Yeah, exactly. So you hit them with the Denjin, which does good damage, but puts them in the stun state. So your next hit's going to just devastate them. So usually, ideally, you want to put them in a position where you're going to kill them with the Denjin or the combo after.
And an instant Denjin won't actually do very much. You have to charge it for a little bit in order to have like good power.
So when you're holding the button, you can mash the stick actually, or you can mash your directions, and it actually helps with the charge. Right.
And then you can play chicken with them. Like, are you gonna move? Because if you move, I'm gonna throw at it. And...
It's great. It's a really fun element to replay. Like the problem is there's only one bar, so you don't have riddle. You can't use your EXs as often.
And if you guess wrong, you're just shit out.
You're boned. Yeah. So which is why Ryu is never really above mid tier. But yeah, so I switched to Denjin, and the matches were much more competitive. I won a couple, but he was beating me. But we were just going back and forth. And the fact that I was able to get a couple on the guy, I was like, oh, that's why I'm playing this fucking game.
There's run back in that game? There's run back in that version of...
Yeah, you can play 3 matches in a row, regardless of who wins the 2 out of 3. So if you get a 2 out of 3 and you want to play a third, you can, maybe they can get a win on the way out if possible. So, yeah. So and the way the matchmaking, I have to say, something I noticed about the matchmaking, it's actually very good in that game. Like, I only played people who were in my rank. or maybe a little bit below, or maybe a little bit above.
Are just
Probably because
insane
most
people
of the
still
people-
playing that game?
It's possible,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I run the white belts once in a while, man, because there's a little belt system for the rankings in that game. So,
And it's a
So-
PS3 version, right?
PS4. wasn't playing the anniversary collection. It was
Okay.
Sorry, I should say the anniversary edition. I wasn't playing
The
online
Iron
edition.
Galaxy version.
Yeah, I wasn't playing the Iron Galaxy. I was playing
okay.
Gotcha.
PS4 one. Because I realized I'm like, man, why don't I have a black belt in this? Fuck that. So I just, I got into red belts, and then I just got into blue, and I was like, yeah. So I just grind up to black belt and was playing all the fucking crazies after that. But yeah, I was just having a firm reminder that's just my favorite. So I was in comfort food for a good portion of that. And Joe and I played some Killer Instinct.
We did.
That was fun.
So
my computer, So my computer almost exploded.
Cool.
Yeah, he told me. I made him run a temperature monitor.
Yeah.
After it was done, this dude tells me it was running at 154 degrees. And I'm like,
Fahrenheit or
what?
Celsius?
And he's like Fahrenheit. And I'm like,
That's still high.
Yeah,
but,
it's still high, but it's like
I thought because it's usually measured in Celsius.
Yeah,
so
I had a
oh
heart attack. I'm like, how are you still here?
Yeah, Tim was watching us play because we was on Discord and Joe was streaming, and Tim sent a picture like, "Yo, I thought this was your computer," and it was like that picture of like monitor and like the tower's on fire.
I mean, he's using a laptop.
Yeah.
So it's gonna run hot regardless.
Yeah, nothing to do
like,
about that.
Geez, I thought it was like 154 C. I'm like, what?
No, that would have been melting my table.
Oh, forget it. What are the more than that?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so clearing things for a little bit till my machine overheated. So just more drive to get.
Well, I'm glad Andre got his computer things fixed.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't even.
Did you? Okay.
I don't even know if it actually is fixed.
Did you take the battery out?
Yes.
On the motherboard?
Yes.
That's probably what did it. Honestly, it's probably what did it. You might need to replace that. If it happens again, try replacing that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm serious. That's probably what did it.
Yeah. So that was pretty much me this week. I didn't really play much else.
All right. Well,
I didn't start anything new this week. So.
All right. Well, we got a month of Andre here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Let's do it, Dre. Let's hear it.
I worked. I worked. My computer blew up. I don't really know, but I have a kid who decided that he wanted to say his first words over the past couple of days.
What?
So, what was his first word?
I love how blasé you're just saying this.
I know, motherfucker.
Yeah, what was it?
First words. Let's hear it.
What did he say?
Okay, well, obviously
he said burlap. Go ahead.
Can you not
know?
joke? Can you not?
What would you relax? Come on.
Let's hear it. Come on.
So obviously, first word. Most kids' first word is actually like data, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's boy.
Easier to say, yeah.
Right. It's a lot easier to say than So it's a while before they say mommy a lot of the time.
Dads are the best confirmed.
I mean, there's a reason the first, like, the alphabet is the way it is. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, you know.
Yeah.
So he puts together daddy yesterday. Which is nice, although I still don't think he
wasn't looking at you. He was looking at chicken. He's like, Daddy.
He's just putting these things together.
He's babbling. Just managed to, monkey on keyboards writing Shakespeare. Baby edition.
That's literally it. Yeah.
So I wasn't feeling too hot yesterday. Like my stomach was bothering me.
Oh, not you
so
too.
After I ate dinner or left half of dinner, I just went in the room to try to like relax for a little bit. And Nina's outside. Giving him some solid food, and then he just starts saying veggie.
He went right to veggie.
Damn.
So he's got veggie in his pocket now.
Not bad.
Veggie.
Yeah, veggie.
I
don't know where he got that from.
I thought your kid would be a carnivore, man.
I thought so too. So I was kind of disappointed. I had to.
You started eating salad, Trey. You saw what happened?
Give him a good lecture about that.
Like, no, veggie bad.
What did he call a veggie? Did he call a tomato a veggie?
I don't know.
I don't know what he was like indicating. However, he was eating carrots earlier. Yeah,
carrots are good. That's like
we boiled up some carrots.
That's like top tier vegetable.
Carrots?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier vegetable.
Carrots are top. Carrot is S tier vegetable.
S tier. S plus tier.
S right next to cucumber.
Yes.
I like
So good, it's barely.
Well, cucumber may be fruit.
Cucumber is a fruit, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not considered a fruit.
Yeah, it's
Just
barely.
like tomatoes are not considered a fruit.
Yeah.
It's in the family, but you know.
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't serve the fruit function.
Bro, carrots are top.
There've been many a days I've been on campus with just some carrots, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good. Yeah.
They're the potato chips of vegetables.
They are. They're the
No.
best.
You dip them in anything.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think potatoes might be a potato chip.
They're not a vegetable. It's a starch.
I mean, they're still vegetables.
Really
Just
love
because they're
tomatoes,
grown doesn't mean it's a vegetable. That would make bread a vegetable.
I'm not getting into this debate.
I don't know about that. Like if you said rice, I'd be like, okay, you made a good point. But bread is like, made with flour and more stuff than just
you
grains.
grow the wheat, but you know what I'm saying. You clearly, since you made the rice reference, you get the point I'm trying to make.
Yes. Well, anyway, he said veggie. So that
he said veggie, which is the short way of saying vegetable. So it's not actually a real word.
Right. So he's yet to actually say vegetals or anything like that.
Vegetable. Like get back to me when it says vegetable.
No. I won't.
It's gonna be a while.
It'll probably be a while.
It'll be tomorrow.
He'll say it, and he'll say it, and it won't make any sense because until kids are like 6 years old, you can't understand a word that they say.
Long time.
Unless they're your kid.
3,
you just know.
like 3 years old.
I don't know. I can't understand children at all. Like it's like they're speaking foreign languages, and I know you're speaking English. I can
all right.
some words, but I
hear you,
have no idea what you're saying.
So you're playing word games with your son.
I wasn't playing word games with my son. I was actually just kind of in the room, like dying. And then I just heard him scream out veggie.
He just went out. He just shouted Excelsior, and then he ran away.
That's pretty much it.
Dad's a veggie.
As Joe said, my computer just decided to blow up.
Yeah,
that was also good. I was working one day and it just turned off in the middle of the day, and it took about like 15 minutes to get it back on.
Yeah,
so that was great. And then
I was convinced it was this power supply.
It worked for the rest of the week. So that happened on a Monday, and then on Friday, after I was done with work, it was like, okay, cool. I did what I had to do for you. So,
damn.
No weekend for you, buddy.
Remember the era when computers would just restart all the time?
Yes. No.
You guys don't
actually never happened to me.
No.
Really?
I mean, if like updates, like just random updates where it shut
You know
down?
what? Not restart, like just freeze.
I mean,
that
blue
happens.
screen and freeze. Yeah,
we got that.
No, I mean like you're using. Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I get blue screens all the time.
Ooh. Okay. We should look that up.
For me, every time it's computer related, it's something horrible. There's no in between. My computer is fine until it is a corpse, until it is either going to explode or something has cracked in some way that is irreparable, and it's like, that's just the way it goes for me. It's never good.
I almost never have No, sorry. Go on.
I had to make an emergency run to the local computer store. It's not actually very local to me.
Super not local.
It's more local to me.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe
I was actually shocked they were open.
Not that close to me, but even Brooklyn is pretty big.
Yeah.
Listen,
not that close to me.
I could
stores
theoretically walk there.
A Micro Center?
Micro Center, yeah.
Yeah. And I was able to pick that up, and I also got a 144 hertz monitor.
Hey,
just because you were just shopping.
I mean, I was there. It was like
you were there.
It was $180, and it's like
nice. It's not bad. I need to pick one of those up.
It was Asus, so it wasn't like garbage, like no name brand. 1 millisecond delay.
Is that a higher model than the one you and I have?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Really?
Yeah. It's basically the same thing except it has no bezel. So it's just, I'm just like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, she opens it, I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. I should have just gotten this for myself and given you my old ones. So I went to Micro Center, got a new power supply. Stick that power supply in, and it's still going bad. It's like not turning on. So I'm just like, oh man, I don't know if I have the energy to deal with this today. and it was Sunday. I'm like, I need this computer for Monday, but I was just like, I can't. I'll use the work laptop.
I would have just ran over to help, right? I would have just like ran out the door to help.
I mean, I installed the power supply at 8 p.m. on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So
still would have been, well, maybe not with the way the trains are these days.
Yeah, and also I have a kid to put to sleep.
Yeah.
So
a fact that I'm yet to get used to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
Well, we couldn't get used to it before.
It's not quite as simple as it used to be.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just use the work laptop. This work laptop is so terrible. I used it for about 20 minutes. It can't keep the net connected. The net says it's connected, but about like every 10 minutes it goes, I'm just gonna load something on the net for like 2 minutes. I was just like,
so this
great.
error's netbook.
So basically, I'm just there with my right click hovering over the internet icon to go to troubleshoot problems. Because as soon as I run the troubleshoot problems, it starts working.
Nah, we good.
Wow.
It's
don't
like,
don't complain on me. Don't complain on me.
Sorry.
Don't report me. I'm good.
I'm like, this is so obnoxious. I was using it for about 2 hours. I'm like, I can't. I gotta figure this computer thing out today. And Theo was like, all right, well, I'll video call you. I was looking some stuff up. I'm like, cool. He was like, middle of work. He's like, you ready? I'm like, yes. 3 o'clock in the middle. Yes, I'm ready. Let's do this. Because I'm not getting any work done anyway.
Yeah.
I couldn't even clock in because every time I tried to reset my password, it would say that my password reset link expired. It's just like,
what is it? 30 seconds? What the hell?
It was like it says 24 hours, and I'm like, this has expired. I'm like, it has definitely not been 24 hours. Stop it. I had to do my work on somebody else's login. Like it was just like, I need this to be.
You better get credit for that.
Oh well, technically, it's better for them to get the credit for it because I'm a manager, so I'm not actually supposed to be doing
your salary anyway.
Oh, all right, sure, okay, whatever. Well, as long as you're getting paid.
I'm getting credit for the hours.
As long as you're not losing pay for any of this, it's all that really matters.
I'm not going to talk about my pay situation.
No, you shouldn't.
It's already not as good as it should be.
Yeah, obviously.
Stuff. So yeah, we unplugged pretty much everything, like graphics card out. But plugged out the battery of the motherboard, everything disconnected, and then like it just started working when we only booted up with 2 RAM.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
None of the other things worked until we tried to boot it up with 2 RAM.
Surprised the RAM. Was this before or after you removed the motherboard battery?
We did the RAM first and then the battery.
Okay, so okay. So what probably happened was maybe the battery was like running real short and it couldn't support the RAM on the board. But as soon as you remove the RAM out, there's less RAM to worry about.
So what I think happened, because the same thing happened to my computer a few years back where it just shut down for some reason. So I remember looking this up and they were like, yeah, just remove the battery from the motherboard.
Yeah.
And did that and it like basically restarted the BIOS. Yeah. Like just restart the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if that didn't work, I wasn't worried at any point because like usually you know if something's wrong with the computer.
If something's wrong, it'll get power and nothing will happen.
Yes, that. So right. I was pretty confident that I was like, okay, we just gotta figure something out. There was a point where my computer wouldn't boot if I had a USB stick inside of it. So I'm like, yeah, it was crazy.
When I had
BIOS boot.
I've had motherboard problems before, but every time I did, it would get power and then just nothing.
Yeah,
but like the circuitry was still working.
Mm-hmm,
everything was still whirring and all this. So something just wasn't where it was.
Yeah,
I figured I was almost sure it was the power supply because I had this exact problem happen to me. Before.
That's the first thing I thought. That's usually the first thing.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah.
So I was like, oh, let's just take out the battery and then the RAM and then the battery. If the battery came on and it wasn't working, then I'd be like, oh well, it's probably fucked.
So why did you do everything? I would have done the battery before the RAM. The RAM's a pain in the neck.
Well,
the battery is way harder.
The battery for me is the biggest pain in the neck because my graphics card is blocking the battery, and I have a bracket holding up my graphics card, which is not easy to take out.
Oh, so that's why you couldn't just take it out when wait, because I tried to troubleshoot this as well. Just try to but the solution is to just remove stuff from the motherboard until BIOS.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
I don't know. I'm thinking it was just that the battery issue and not actually the power supply, which means I have a new power supply in the computer that I did not need.
Yeah, well, you can.
And I don't actually know if it's better than the one I have.
Well,
it's kind of like a side grade. They're both 750 wattage. They're both gold. It's the same brand, but the model is different. It's like one is an HX, one is an MX or something.
It really never hurts to have a spare power supply lying around.
Sure.
Honestly, yes, I agree. So
Never
you never
hurts.
really need
Never
anything
hurts.
past 700, 650. So
right.
That's a good number anyway.
Right. Unless you're trying to power like 30 SSDs in RAID 0.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, I'm trying to open up a 300,000 cell, row Excel files. So I need every single piece of power I can get. Because that's something that my work laptop did not handle very well.
Yeah.
It did not handle opening up like Excel files with 1,000 rows. And the stuff I normally work with have like 300,000 rows.
Nice.
And it took longer to open up the smaller stuff. My boss was like, "Hey, can you do this?" And I'm like, "Give me an hour. Give me an hour.
I
maybe.
can start at an hour.
All right.
If I open it up now, I can get started in an hour."
So I mean, that was mostly like what's going on with me. Oh yeah, I got Ghost of Tsushima. It's great.
I saw you playing that the other night.
Was that your poor attempt at a setup too?
Yeah.
everyone had one of these. At least mine was Team Fortress 2.
Exactly what it was. Yeah. It's a great game.
Oh, okay, good.
It has no mini map, so I don't know why you're hating on it, Theo.
I'm not hating on it. It's just I was gonna wait for it.
All right, you did say when there was a clip posted like this is the first thing I'm seeing of this that got me interested. So the implication was that you weren't interested.
Not interested, but there's nothing that I'm like, yeah, I want to jump out and get this right away. Yeah. I'll absolutely play it, but it's I don't know, it's an open world game. Something about the combat just doesn't look fun.
I'm hearing the combat's amazing. Actually,
I'm not saying it's not amazing, but something about it just
it's great too.
Yeah,
just I don't know. Not having lock on is weird.
It is weird. I will say that it is weird, but it also forces you to pay more attention to your surroundings and not just. Because the thing with the lock-on is you have a lock-on combat system. You normally don't get attacked by things that you're not locked on to.
Yeah.
This attacks will come at you from everywhere, and I actually had to turn on an accessibility option because archers will scream out before they shoot to tell their allies to get down because you're usually surrounded. So if they want to get a shot at you,
do they actually get down?
Yeah, and they will duck down when the archers
cool.
call out. And if it's a Mongol saying it, you have no idea what they're saying because the Mongol language is just still in Mongolian, like they don't translate it at all.
Oh,
so if you're playing in English or Japanese, doesn't matter what language you're playing in, the Mongols are always speaking Mongol.
That's
okay.
Nice.
You never understand there's no subtitles for them.
Yeah.
Either. Like you just don't understand them.
So even in cutscenes when a Mongol is talking to you, they're speaking
Mongol. They're speaking Mongolian. You have no idea what they're saying.
That's like the villagers in Resident Evil 4. Like they're always speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well,
that's pretty cool.
I imagine Spanish is easier for us to understand.
Yeah, well,
yes.
I mean,
whatever the Huns were talking about.
You just hear like "Kohelo, kohelo, kohelo," like what they're saying. Like it's not like
"Botzelo!"
"Mátalo," like what they're fucking saying.
Hey, bato!
But yeah.
So the problem is that you don't actually know where these arrows are coming from because you're surrounded and you have all these guys in front of you. So there was an accessibility option that turns like an on-screen indicator, you know, like kind of like the aura you get in a first-person shooter when you get shot.
Mm-hmm. The red jelly at the side.
Yeah, well, it's not jelly, but yeah, I hate that stuff. It's so terrible. Thanks, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So I had to turn that on. It was like, oh my god, these guys are shooting me. I can't tell where they are to go and like stop them. Because if you know where they are, you can just sprint at them and murder them
and just end them.
Because they don't have any way of really defending against you because they're archers. And
they're archers,
run up them and chop them, and they're dead. So,
well, you know, Mongolian archers have been historically efficient.
Yes.
These don't sound like they're on horses.
How much? How much do their bows weigh? Like hundreds of pounds or something like that normally. Speaking of options, have you tried the Kurosawa mode yet?
No, the game looks too beautiful to have it in black and white.
Yeah, I feel like that's a I understand why they did that, but I feel like that's a disservice to like how that game looks.
Yeah, I probably when I play that because this is not an if, this is a when I play this game.
You know what it was for me?
The game has 3 colors: black, white, and orange. Like if you see that game at sunset. Like, oh my god, it is
washing over you,
right? It's like more it's like a tanning booth.
Well, that section that you saw was a little bit overblown because he was in the Golden Forest, so like trees were already helping that tint.
Right,
it's not that bad in other areas.
But that was like it was sunset and the foliage was already like wow.
It does get pretty red
but like then like sunrise came and then everything was like bright and colorful and it just opened up and like it just blossomed into this beautiful view. Where everything was lush and vibrant and it looked fantastic.
Yeah, the visuals in this game are psychotic.
Yes, the game goes out of its way to put you into paths where you will see.
It's like, oh, amazing! You want me to see this shit,
right?
The artist was like, you're gonna see my stuff.
And then
the photo mode can change the weather instantly, just so you can take a better picture.
It's almost like a GIF mode.
and then you can sit down and write a haiku about it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, haikus.
Coolest game mechanic I've ever seen. Just sit down and write
any sense.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? The release of I was actually thinking about this the other day. The release of Death Stranding and Horizon coming to PC kind of made me like not want to pick this up right away.
I don't know. I get a PC release.
I figured like
I don't know if it will be, but I would 100% rather play this on the PC. If there is,
I mean, if they
look better on the PC.
Oh my god, if they want to remaster Horizon Zero Dawn, which is already good looking, and they want to do that same treatment to Ghost of Tsushima, god damn.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let me hold off for a little bit to see if they're gonna actually announce something.
I have a haiku about Ghost of Tsushima.
Don't worry, all the Sucker Punch games are on PC. Don't worry.
Here's my
hey.
Ghost of Tsushima. It's a good video game. I want to play it.
Yeah.
The second stanza I don't think works. Is only was this 575?
575.
Right? 575.
Yeah.
He got it. He nailed it.
All right.
He nailed it.
That was all right.
He nailed it. Good job, Joe. Good job.
But as to your point, Chris, like Guerrilla Games weren't on PC before.
Fair.
So,
I don't know. I'm not holding my breath for it to be on PC, but
no,
it's okay because I can play it now. I don't have to wait for it.
Yeah. Who knows? They don't have to port everything.
There's a Wild West now.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having a ton of fun with it, and the side characters are great. The little missions they put for the side characters are really good. These relationships take turns that I was not expecting, and like you're not necessarily friends with everybody, so there's like these tensions that are just there, and you know your main character is just a stoic samurai, way of control your emotions type of thing. So like when you hear the tension, like it just feels really heavy because like it's not something that you expect to hear out of the character. So it's just like it's really well, and in English too, because like technically the Japanese is the dub for this game.
It is, yeah. I've actually heard I've actually heard the voice acting in this game is incredible.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
like this is a Western game. I heard like the Yakuza developer was like, we really should have made this.
Yeah, there's historical inaccuracies like
the samurais weren't existing.
Katanas weren't. Katanas didn't exist yet.
And things like that.
Haikus, I don't believe existed in that time as well.
They made compromises to make it something
fine.
that
make it more appealing.
A Western audience would understand a little bit better.
Yeah. Samurais are also dicks during that time.
Well, they were dicks during almost their entire time.
Dicks in general.
It's like a weird, like fantasization of samurai culture, but whatever.
I mean, they got it partially right. Like they didn't have wakizashi back then, so they all ran around with tantos.
Yeah.
Something.
The word you're looking for is romanticizing.
Romanticize, yes.
Which is weird to say about samurai.
Yeah.
And I think of it applying a word to talk about Roman history.
Roman.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
But I mean, like, it is exactly what happened in this game. It is romanticized in as many ways as you can get. But I don't think it suffers for it.
You know what? Even in anime, it's fucking romanticized.
Yeah, who cares? If it makes her a bit, I don't
fucking care.
You know, we're playing video games.
Yeah,
right.
My favorite anime is like straight up the romanticized samurai shit.
Like the history exists. The Mongols did attack Tsushima
and Super won.
So like
Super killed them.
Like I'm gonna take some sort of guess and be like, well, this game ends with the Mongols being turned away because they got turned away because of a storm, and
But don't worry, they'll be back for Ghost of Tsushima 2: The Wrath of Khan.
I see what you did there.
Search for Jin.
The search for Spaku.
So, I guess like the main criticism of the game is that it kind of does do that open world. There's stuff and you got to find it stuff thing. But luckily, the collectibles don't really you don't get a reward for getting 100% of them. So like there's just a couple like meaningless collectibles, and you get your trophy rewards for them when you get about maybe half of them. And it's like, here you go, good job. And you don't even have to get the rest. They don't give you anything. So if you get them, cool. If you don't, cool.
That's fun.
Cool.
Works for me.
It's like you don't have to break your neck searching for stuff that you don't want to find, and pretty much as long as you're being some level of like attentive, anything that you want to really be interested in, you'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting this at a later.
Oh yeah, this is the only reason I didn't pick it up is because I was in the middle of Zelda.
Yeah.
And
plus
honestly,
you have infamous climbing. So if you remember your infamous climbing, it's pretty much the exact same thing.
Oh, okay, good. Sounds good.
But I don't know. After playing Zelda, all of these games that you have like little climbing, rusted handholds that are clearly marked on the map and stuff, it's just like it's not organic enough.
Yeah, I know. Nothing will be like.
Yeah,
I've already accepted that. Honestly, I think that's a real reason why I don't want to go to it immediately, because I don't want to be disappointed.
That's what happened to Horizon for me. Like straight up, like I hate to say it, but Zelda kind of ruined open world games for me.
I get it. Like I really do.
I couldn't play an open world game for a long time after playing Zelda.
I'm probably going to sit on this.
I was the same way. I was the same way after The Witcher, but
yeah. I'm gonna sit on this game for a little bit because I have so many other games that I want to play before school starts. So and like a couple shorter ones. So I figure I'll bang a couple out.
Clean the palette. Yeah.
One for sure. I think for sure next time I realized I'm gonna finally fucking play through Undertale. Because I realized I hadn't played through that.
Damn, I was hoping you didn't say that because I wanna get there with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll play along with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've started, so I'm at
You passed the bridge.
I'm literally just about to.
All right, so I'll continue my save then.
I was thinking about going back and going on the date first.
Okay.
I'm glad you're playing it because like I feel like we haven't on this cast been able to give it any sort of like fair evaluation.
Yeah.
Because nobody has played it.
Yeah.
And is an important game for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm like.
I played it and I thought it was great.
Yeah.
You played through it?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do it because actually Claire wants to watch me play through it. She wants to be in the room when I play through the game for the first time.
This is the gameplay of it. Like I didn't do the pacifist thing because I wanted to actually like play
actual like the way you would play it without knowing the knowledge
I wanted to play the game.
Yeah.
So I didn't do the pacifist thing, and I was just like, I was really impressed with the combat because it was just like it's a freaking bullet hell.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was like
it's
cool,
unique.
So as somebody who has played, I presume you played it on the PC.
Yeah.
So there is a Switch version, and I heard that there is a part exclusive to the PC that will change how that you cannot do on the Switch. Like, is it that important? I don't know if you remember.
I don't know what it is on the Switch.
I'm playing it on the Switch.
Really follow.
Are you playing on the Switch? Okay.
I don't really follow any of like the Switch stuff.
Gotcha. All right. I think it was like probably some file edit stuff.
Right.
Well, yeah, there's some stuff with the PC version. Like if you do if you play the game a certain way, you might not ever be able to play it another way. You have to like wipe the game in your save files or stuff.
Oh, okay. That's when you do a genocide run. It's permanently there.
Okay.
Even if you uninstall the game and delete your save data.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I already have the PC copy. I'll start that up. I've been kind of looking for something short.
All right. Cool. Yeah. I'll let you know because I'm probably gonna play through it honestly maybe in the next week or so.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right.
Play Crosscode.
No.
Make me happy.
I have too many games.
Oh yeah, I was also playing Crosscode.
I saw that.
Oh, see, someone's playing it.
I saw Theo was also playing Crosscode. So like, come on, man.
All right.
Chill.
Hey, all right, okay.
But none of you want to finish it.
None of you talked about it. I've been dying to hear your opinions on it ever since I gushed about it.
Oh, I think I've said it already. I absolutely love that game.
Okay.
Right now, I'm still waiting for it to click.
All right.
I think my only problem.
I'm not feeling it yet.
And I've said it before. My only problem was twofold. I don't like the bartering system in that game, like at all.
I can't stand
dislike it, 100%.
I just want to buy my equipment.
Just let me buy it. And I still have to buy it anyway. But and I think the dungeons probably last a little too long.
I like the dungeon length. I think that's one of its strengths.
Okay. So I think
as long as they're shorter than Persona 5 dungeons, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
I like that game.
I'm about to enter my first dungeon.
Oh, so you haven't even gotten that far yet?
Yeah, like I said, I'm still waiting for it to click with me. Okay. I'm just like twice the characters have stopped me and be like, "Hey, man, your stats are kind of low," and I'm just like, "Yeah, I don't have any money to buy stuff." And
no, you have the money. You don't have the fucking equipment.
Nothing is dropping for me to trade to get the stuff, and I still need the money.
The way drops work in that game is you find the difficult to shoot plants, and as you
get your rank up,
as you plow through combat, the rare drops get more. Get a higher drop rate,
from the plants.
No, not from the plants, from the enemies.
Oh, okay.
But like the plants will have the rare plants will have guaranteed high level drops.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a counter where you can see how many of these things you've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have like this. But the biology woman was like, "Here, kill these plants for me." I'm like, "Sure, I'll do it."
This is an MMO, all right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still waiting for it to click. Like,
okay,
I feel that it's a good game, but like, I'm not 100% into it yet.
I stopped because I remember I took like the pretty much a year hiatus from it, Joe.
Yeah, you wanted the Switch version.
Yes, but then the Switch version came out, and I was like, I'm just gonna continue my PC save. I got to the part in the story where it kind of slows down to a crawl, and then I'll just say there's an escape. That was fucking hot.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it slows down for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when that happens, I'm like,
and then it just like it goes like the.
I'm like, they put the volume up to 11 right now.
They do.
That's great.
All right, good. I'm glad you guys really like it.
Yeah, I yeah.
And if you don't like it after the first dungeon, probably not gonna click with you all the way, but keep going.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm giving it a shot. You know, like the issue is I don't feel like the ranged combat at this point is good, and
it has a purpose.
I don't like the melee combat at all.
Oh, okay,
interesting.
Because I don't feel like you have enough reaction time to get away from. Like I can't see the enemy tells when they attack.
You playing with controller or mouse keyboard?
Yeah, I'm playing controller.
yeah.
Okay.
So, like I'm not ready to give up on it yet because like I play the game and I'm not sitting there hating what's happening. So like that if I was not enjoying it, then I was just stop it. Like
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
you know, something hasn't clicked yet, but
Right.
like I don't know if or when it'll click. But like for where I'm at, you know, I realize I'm still early and I haven't really gotten enough stuff under my belt with that game yet.
Yeah.
So
I assume you only have one
I'm not judging it
elemental.
Yeah,
Only one.
I have no element.
Okay.
That game really opens up once the elements start
Mhm.
pouring in. It really starts opening up.
I think
And
after my first dungeon,
yeah,
I was like,
the
all right, I get this.
the first dungeon will give you the first one, and like the puzzles in those dungeons, I just found to be a lot of fun. Like a mix of thinking about it and then having to react to what's happening in time. But it's pretty generous about it, and there's like a difficulty slider to increase the time of the puzzles if you're having too much difficulty with it. But I really like the way they handle it with their approach to puzzles in that game. It's very dynamic.
So we'll see. We'll see.
I hope. Yeah.
I'm not stopping it anytime soon.
Like I guess I knew going into it, none of you were gonna like it as much as I did. That much was absolutely clear.
Whenever I've seen stuff of the game, I don't.
So charming.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Nothing screams at me about it. Honestly, like I'm like watching it. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So I have it's like
okay.
It's just nonsense to me. So I don't know what's happening.
It's something you have to feel. Because
Yeah.
I believe
it's a feeling.
I owned the game. You had played it on my account, right?
I did, yes. And then
I owned it for a while, and I think I booted up once, and I was like, I don't know about this.
And then you started using your Steam account, and I'm like, I can't play this while Theo's playing. I'm just gonna buy it. And that was when it was in early access.
Yes,
it was still finished. I had to stop playing because I'm like, I don't want to get to the end. You don't want to ruin it for you. Yeah, I don't want to get to the end and then have this cliffhanger. So I voluntarily gave myself my own cliffhanger. And then just went back to it.
I haven't beat it yet, but I definitely I put it up there with like Hollow Knight, Into the Breach in terms of like
that's high praise from you.
Indie stuff.
Okay.
Like, I really like it.
It's a wonderful, wonderful game.
Look, I'm gonna give it a shot at some point.
Okay.
If it was not for the insane massive
backlog
stuff. Of shit, I got shit.
Yeah, you got stuff. It's
Speaking
not like
of Hollow Knight. I got Hollow Knight waiting for me still.
It's not like it's gonna feel dated because of its look.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. Yeah. And it's gonna be one of those things where it's something I will get to. It's not a game I'm going to.
I know. I saw.
And they patched the Switch version not too long ago because
they did, but there's like still issues. So you can sit on it for a while, Chris, if you need on the Switch.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get on the Switch. So unless I have my, even then I'll probably just
I actually pre-ordered the physical version because I want to own that game.
You know what? I should probably have done the same.
I think they're still.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
I would love to proudly display that. I want all the stuff about it. Give me everything.
Is it a limited run? Did it?
It's not limited run, but it's one of those.
One of the other companies that does it. Yeah.
I don't want the green label if there's ever going to be one.
The greatest hits.
Yeah.
So excited! My Streets of Rage steelbook comes in this month. I'm very excited for that. But the coming in the Genesis box. I'm super excited.
Genesis cart?
No, but it's a PS4 version. But
not the Genesis clamshell is what he means.
Yeah, exactly. It's Genesis clamshell. So I'm super excited for.
Do you guys miss clamshells?
I don't miss. No.
No.
Okay. All right.
No. All right.
I miss
jewel cases.
Smell.
Yeah.
Jewel cases I don't miss because they cracked very easily.
Almost all my PlayStation games are just cracked. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
I had like so many backup jewel shells. Oh, the my favorite thing about them was when you were just like, I don't like this like PlayStation 1 Jewel Shell because it has like the little textured ridges on the right side, I mean the left side of it. So then you went and got your own clear ones, and you like take out all of the art and put it into the clear one, and it's like, yes, this is great now.
I like the ridges, especially if it's like especially if it's like an RPG.
Felt very
like
satisfying
disc.
rolling my thumb up and down.
Yes, exactly.
You guys are freaking barbarians right now.
I never said I wasn't. So,
God, what's my favorite case, mate? I think I really love the PSP cases.
Yeah,
it's kind of like It's like
do you like the Switch cases?
Yeah, it's similar to the Switch case.
I do like Switch
cases. Very similar to that.
Especially since it's the same size as the tablet.
Small. That's my favorite thing about the Switch cases. They're small.
Yeah.
I love them.
They're small, and at the same time they're gigantic. Like,
for what it houses.
You open it up and there's like nothing in there. It's like this like really small
Somebody has not seen a Switch case. I'll and then
right.
Something fell out.
Something fell out.
Yeah, it's
what was it? Oh,
it's stickers. But look at what is that?
What is that?
So much wasted space.
It could be so much smaller, but then
look at the Vita. Like the Vita did the same thing, but it's like half the size of a Switch case.
Yeah, I'm fine with the like. I don't know. I think just the NES slipcover is just iconic.
Yeah.
You know what was really good? The Game Boy individual covers.
Yes.
Yeah. Individual like plastic.
The little
cases.
Plastic cases.
It wasn't convenient, but it was kind of cool.
They were
super not
cool.
convenient.
No, they were a nightmare to open.
Not even hard to open. It's just like, okay, cool. I'm carrying these 4 games with me. It's just like jingling in my pocket.
I mean, back then you had like a pouch. You would put them into pockets. You know. You had
with your cassettes.
Gotta have one of those somewhere.
Still.
Yeah.
Actually, that's my favorite thing about buying handheld systems is the carrying case. I don't know what it is. I loved it. Like I really got obsessed with like the Game Boy Advance SP. Like having that fit into like a little snug case. Oh,
I almost went down a real bad rabbit hole with the SP. Bad.
Did you almost buy the NES one?
I almost bought like 4. What am I doing?
I have a advanced micro, so I
you have like a winner. That's like one of the winners right there.
The Famicom one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not playing nothing.
Well, not I'm sorry, not the Famicom, the NES one, not the Famicom.
Oh, I could have sworn it was the Super Famicom one. The red and gold one.
It's silver and gray.
Mm.
Silver.
Any of the micros, they're all $1 million now. So.
What, really?
Look them up.
Fuck.
Micros are stupid expensive.
Those are. I just remember getting that in on trade, and I'm like, "This is kind of cute.
No,
it's really small, but it's kind of cute."
I love them.
$24.
Oh, really?
Chain hole, yeah.
Okay. Fuck it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. Why not?
No, I think they're cool. I love them. I wish they weren't all like $200 right now. I'm serious. Like, they're
super novelty item.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
it always was.
Yeah. Alrighty. So
yeah, we have stuff to talk about for news, but like, I'm kind of tired, so let's not.
All right. Okay.
I'm fighting it right now.
Okay, Gramps.
Hey, I was up super early today.
No, that's all good, dude. Don't worry.
Let me see. Yeah, there's about 5 hours separating me from when I woke
the next
up.
day.
And yeah, so I'm starting to feel it.
Okay.
All
right.
Let's hit this.
We'll shelve it. Okay.
No. Let's hit it real quick.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We just jump right into it.
No problem. Then in that case, let's just get right there.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like for a musical cue or a pause?
Oh, don't worry. We got this, okay? Just relax, okay?
All right.
We're going.
I'm always relaxed.
All right.
All right. So there was there was a leak,
Mhm.
and sometimes there are leaks where people will report that say Capcom has leaked Devil May Cry 5, and it's like, no,
That was probably on purpose.
they don't. You can't leak your own product.
Even if the company didn't leak it, there are like controlled leaks out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Or just like everything is a leak. Nobody says like it's information dump or anything. It's a leak. This is a legitimate leak because
a massive one
apparently hacked into Nintendo and just happened to find a whole bunch of source code.
Maybe the most private company ever.
Yeah.
And just said, hey, here's all these classics that you guys love. Here's a source code for them.
Came back with ROMs and canceled games. And just,
boy.
There's
canceled features about release games.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of craziness.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah, there is some really cool shit on this, man. This was crazy.
Hold on. Let me just go down this list. This is I found a tweet for this. I don't know if the person who I found the tweet for was the originator of the league or not, but I posted it, and then since then it just kind of blew up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the list of things that were found. An official DS emulator,
probably for probably
3DS.
probably for emulating stuff on their own systems.
Yeah, Wii U and 3DS.
Full development repository for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
So any like speedrunners and modders of that game are gonna be like, this is figured out now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As well as the development, like personal development for it, and then a full development repository for Netcard, which was a GBA peripheral that got canceled. IQ GBA, I don't even know what that is. Game Boy Advance BIOS, Game Boy Color boot ROM.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Full master boot database for Famicom. And NES, including the ROMs and every ROM, including the Nintendo World Championships. Master ROM for Super Mario RPG, source code to Star Fox and Star Fox 2, source codes to Link Awakening DX, and the bug reports for it. Source code to
press select button.
Source code to Yoshi's Island, as well as the link I found had an early development version of Yoshi's Island.
I watched that because I'm like always infinitely like fascinated about the development of Yoshi Island, because that just came out of like. If you look at the Mario games prior to that, and then you look at Yoshi's Island, you're like,
what is that?
Radically different.
It's
not like
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's not like any other Mario game.
So I watched it.
It's closer to Mario 2 than any other Mario.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
In that, it's just vastly different.
Yeah.
It also has Shy Guys.
Yeah. I was watching the first stage. I was like, what the fuck?
What is this?
Yeah.
Source code to Mario Kart, and the link I found also had the a little bit of Mario Kart in it as well, if you roll down on the thread. Source code to F-Zero, source code to Link to the Past.
Which is huge right now.
Yeah, as well as dev info and bug reports for it as well. Mario All-Stars source code. The Wii Virtual Console Game Boy emulator source code. That's like a whole lot of stuff in there.
Just the word salad of things.
Yeah.
Nintendo word salad.
For a very specific part.
Yeah.
Some game called Super Donkey that looks like Yoshi's Island with a weird character.
So Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island graphics with a not Yoshi's Island character.
Yeah.
Probably some playtest or debug mode or some shit.
Several Super Mario World 2 prototypes, including that Yoshi's Island early prototype I was talking about before, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Luigi and Mario 64 as an actual thing, and not just somebody making it up.
Why this is a huge deal for, I guess, people who don't really know about like source codes and BIOS and stuff like that is because emulation, not even talking about like the source codes, but like let's say BIOS for instance, like emulations can like leap forward like whole years with a certain BIOS if they learn how a certain system can run. So like if you put, they pretty much perfected Super Nintendo and GB at this point, but with these BIOS, you could get that in things can change dramatically, where they could run on pretty much your toaster if you try it now.
I mean, as long as you're not using ZNES.
Well, that's just straight up obsolete now.
Yeah. So like it's this stuff is crazy, and the source codes, oh boy.
Yeah. This is some wild shit, man.
Really wild.
Anything for anything that has source code release, you can just dig into the very soul of it.
Mm-hmm. And then when you compound that with the fact that Nintendo, for good and bad, is so secretive about all their stuff, it's like the Holy Grail.
This is Christmas. This is Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In July.
Probably. Well, I don't want to say it
wasn't a gift.
Good.
No.
Right. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it is an interesting thing.
This is okay. This is some Robin Hood shit.
There you go. No, man.
Good in what sense?
From the wrong company, man.
Yeah.
Wait, good in what sense? Good, like, because I think we could get some interesting stuff out of this.
I mean, it's beneficial to
us.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that argument for Nintendo is not always great about making their stuff readily available, even though there's a consistent demand for it all the time.
Yeah. But that's their mystique, though.
Yeah, but it's also a thing that drives everybody crazy, which is why I feel this happened. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, how else could we possibly get to this shit? They're so stubborn when it comes to this stuff.
The thing about this is that pretty much everything that came out of this is 25 to 30 years old.
Yes.
So like nothing about any new stuff. The newest stuff we had was like
the
Wii stuff, which is already think about it, like 15 years old now at this point.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Time. It marches on.
I know.
Thanks for that.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
you're just stating facts, man. I'm not going to get mad at you.
That's what 2 systems ago.
Right.
So
yeah. So this doesn't exactly hurt Nintendo's bottom line at all.
Oh, of course not.
It was still obtained through illicit means. It wasn't exactly legal to acquire this information, and probably just as illegal to distribute it.
Whoever, assuming anybody got busted for this, they're going to jail.
Yeah.
Bad.
But think about it is, it's out there. Mm-hmm. It's out there. It happens.
You know how it works on the internet. Yeah, it's out there. It's out there forever.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, we're not the medical field, we're not benefiting from other people suffering.
Yeah.
This is it's just we have an info dump.
Yeah.
About it's fascinating. It's like history. It's like we see. You know what? This is more like it's more like paleontology.
Okay. Right.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more like that. It's more like Or what's the field of like ancient? Is it like paleontology or is that like anthropology?
No, anthropology is different.
I'm getting my sciences mixed up, but I think you understand what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. You're
archaeology, maybe?
Archaeology.
Sure.
And paleontology.
Yeah. All right.
Well, they all deal with getting old information.
Old shit.
Right. Yeah. Digging up old information.
Anthropology
old information.
Yeah.
Anthropology can be applied to new things too, though. It's not a study of ancient culture. Anthropology is much more inclusive. It's.
All right.
Anyways, doesn't matter.
This analogy has been tortured enough.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm getting at. It was, the data was acquired through a hack, along with like a bunch of personal information and whatnot. So it's a good thing that wasn't released.
Yes.
Tells us that our hacker was not a dirtbag.
Like a Robin Hood.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different things you can apply to this, but at the end of the day, it was just a hacker who said, "Here's some cool shit."
Yes, pretty much.
And I think it's super cool shit.
It is super cool shit.
Yeah, I have no need for it, but I'm glad it's out there.
Right.
If I'm being honest.
I mean, I'm sure the personal information has been leaked on the dark web somewhere.
Oh, Reddit.
Dark.
I mean, I use dark mode on Reddit.
Yeah, that's as close as I use dark mode on everything. The only reason I switched to the new Facebook land is because I had a dark mode.
Yeah.
Anytime someone doesn't have a dark mode, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not using you.
Yeah. Exactly. But like, I don't know. As long as the personal info isn't readily and handily available.
Anything anybody's particularly excited about?
I think that Pokemon MMO is actually crazy.
That's insane.
In the grand scheme of things, I'm personally excited for Yoshi's Island, like just to see the development history from the finished game to the inception. But on a scale, like a global scale, like the Pokemon MMO is insane.
Now, the fact that was conceptualized and canceled as far back as 2004, makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of people who are like, why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they, including me? I'm like, why aren't they doing this? I guess they tried.
Yeah, and it was like, we can't make this work.
This isn't going to work the way we wanted to.
Or maybe they realized that once that cat was out the bag,
you can't go back.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think it has more to do with like you can never make Pokemon the same ever again once it becomes.
Not only that, you remember the MMO that was out in 2004.
I think it was called World of Warcraft.
It was, and you know what's still going?
I think it's called
Pokemon.
Right? Yeah, and
right.
Do you know what Blizzard to this day is still defined by?
You're not wrong.
I was looking at the graphics card the other day and it said it comes with World of Warcraft, and I was like, what?
It's like, sure. Like keyboard come with this
So for as excuse me, for as successful as World of Warcraft was, that's an albatross now.
Yeah.
They can't go forward from that.
Yeah, they can't. And like if they did WoW 2, it would crush them.
You saw what happened to EverQuest.
I know, I remember.
I mean, it also didn't help EverQuest 2 that it came out the same time as World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Also didn't help that World of Warcraft was a game that was so far and away like
better
than EverQuest ever was.
Yeah. EverQuest was the proto like layout for, MMOs, but like
the only MMO that was decent after World of Warcraft came out, that came out before World of Warcraft, was Dark Age of Camelot. I don't think anything else was worth playing.
No.
After World of Warcraft came out.
I think
even then, by the time anything else came out after World of Warcraft, it was like there's no sense in playing.
You had your fringe Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. I actually played that for
Lord of
quite
Rings,
a bit.
Was the Conan game, Age of Conan?
Yeah.
I had a buddy who worked on the Lord of the Rings MMO.
Yeah. It was
Star
decent.
Wars: The Old Republic, which is just getting an overhaul just now.
Another overhaul.
Yeah, another overhaul. Final Fantasy 14, which already got theirs.
Yeah,
it came out much later, and still decided that they
limped out the gate.
You had the colossal failure of not looking at their prime competitor to see what they were doing.
Yep.
You had back then. You had Star Wars Galaxies, which as soon as somebody figured out how to be a Jedi, that was over.
I do think it's a mix of both, though. I think like you can't go back once that genie is out.
Yeah,
and
it's
2004. What is this on? That's 2004 is what, the GBA?
GBA.
Yeah, like this
probably with some GameCube functionality.
Yeah.
It would. I mean, like
you would play it on the GameCube.
There's no way there was no way they were going to have a GBA game be online.
Yeah.
In that time. Yeah.
So this would have been the GameCube game?
It wasn't even possible.
Yeah.
And GameCube, you had to buy a network adapter for it. So, like, not that Nintendo cares about people buying peripherals that will never be used for anything.
Don't.
But, it definitely was not the time.
Yeah.
At that point, regardless. But then I'm sure each generation came by and you're like, okay, well, the DS is online. The Wii is online. Everything since then has been online. They've looked at it and be like, they've made conscious decisions of, nope, not going to do this.
Yeah.
Even this most recent Pokemon, as close as they have been to the online, it's still like, there's still
this is not an MMO. There's a lot. There might be a lot of players. You might see a lot of players.
By now the MMO genre has just kind of fallen out of favor. I mean, it's come back a little bit, but it's certainly not going to be as popular as it was once.
No.
Yeah, well, I definitely agree with that because just that style of game has kind of run its course. It's mostly been replaced with the looter shooter category.
Yeah,
kinetic.
Where you have like instanced MMOs, quote unquote, where you might have a hub where you see a whole bunch of people, but when you're playing the game, it's just you and your party.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get helped by randoms or hurt by randoms unless you opt into it.
I really do hope somebody figures out where to go with MMOs. Or maybe they have with the, you know, as you said, the looter shooters and Destinies and stuff like that. Because I like the idea of an MMO, but I really don't like playing them. Like the only reason I play Final Fantasy 14 is because it's Final Fantasy and I like the story a lot, but I don't like playing that game like at all. I play that game and I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, you know what? I've reached the point of I actually do enjoy the gameplay of Final Fantasy 14, but I don't like playing the game past max level.
The advanced stuff and the end game stuff just kind of it drops off, in my opinion.
But like you said, the story is so good. I love the story so much that, listen, if I'm paying $60 for a normal Final Fantasy game, I'm okay with paying $40 for a Final Fantasy 14 expansion.
Actually,
get me more story.
Since we're on the topic, that's actually in the news. With the most recent patch, everything is free up until the end of Heavensward.
Heavensward? Yeah.
Is either Heavensward or Stormblood? I have to.
It's Heavensward.
Okay, yeah.
It's
so
Heavensward,
that's pretty much.
That's a really good free to play.
Yes, especially if it coincides with the condensing the quest to get there.
Yeah.
That's a good time for that.
I'm only here for the mounts in the first area.
People can unlock their Dark Knights and their Astrologians and their Machinists a lot sooner.
That's a huge thing.
I just realized those were my 3 main jobs of each archetype.
Yeah, look at that. You're just a difficult person. Good thing you had your white mage to start.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, I fell in love with Astrologian and never looked back. Still love it.
And now Astrologian has looked away.
Yep.
It's like, you know what? You can have your compelling class. I'll just not be compelling anymore.
Yep. Astrologian shirt. I see it.
I will wear that probably forever. I don't care how
forever. You're not wearing it now.
No, I'm not. Do you want me to put it on? I'll put it on
right now on the camera. Fun. Yeah.
Let's not get
God damn it.
Okay.
We're gonna give him a strip
he's
show.
Not here. So what are we gonna talk about now that he's not here? We can actually have an intelligent conversation.
Ooh. Savagery.
That was quick.
Yeah, so Pokemon MMO definitely.
I was tactful about it.
You were. We were expecting a strip show.
In the bag, you know, they can't do anything with it outside of continue to update it. So they realize that they decide we'll make more money off of just releasing individual.
The same game over and over again.
And you could tell it's the same game because Game Freak is not putting in as much effort into making any of them. It's just like, hey, we made all these 3D models, and then we're going to use the same 3D models, but say that they're not the same.
We perfected it with gold and silver, so let's just what we do.
Kind of makes me wonder. Was it us that talked about what was that Game Freak RPG that came out last year?
Town shit.
The one with the towns. He had to defend.
Town. I think that's the name. No, Little Town Hero.
Little Town Hero. Yeah. That makes me wonder if that was like something that was intended to be something else, and they just went with this concept. You bring that up made me realize that I really wish the video game industry wasn't so secretive. I want to see shit like that. I wish there was an avenue for. Sorry, go on. You want to see more transparency, like
yeah, and I wish there was an avenue for like. What I wish early access was for big companies to put out these games is like, we don't fucking know if we're gonna actually ever do anything with this, but here's like this game jam thing. No,
I
would 100% want that.
You can't tease that.
No, you can't. Because...
But a lot of times companies will say like, oh, we're not going anywhere with this. But if there is actually support, when like, yo, this is actually great, then they'll come and say, yeah.
It could go that way, but I don't like the idea of letting people. I understand like if you're like, oh, there's a demand for it, right? How it's really hard to tell who's going to buy something and who isn't. It's much harder to really understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for all you know, if you put something like that out, they might get tired of it. Like, it's the curse of like early access games. At least they already got your money.
Yeah, it's why I don't play early access games. Yeah.
Like, but imagine like, oh, we're going to put this thing like No, I don't know. It's too iffy for me.
Well, the other side
I don't trust the tastes of people.
The other side of that coin, we saw pretty much the entire development of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night from start to finish.
We did.
And we
Thank
saw
God.
we saw how it looked at first, and we didn't like it. And then we saw it turn around completely because we got to see it that way. We got to say, this doesn't look great. Can you fix it? And like, okay, here you go.
A big budget version of that is Final Fantasy 15.
All right, that's fair. But A, that game was in development hell for a million years, number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, Bloodstained was a Kickstarter game.
Yeah, but it's still
that's a little different.
It's still
that's a different animal to me.
It's still the same kind of transparency that Theo's talking about.
I don't know. I think it's more fine if it's a Kickstarter game. I think a company should be able to hold on to whatever.
You know what it was like? It was like looking through the glass of like a tour through the company.
Yeah, like I don't mind seeing how the sausage is made to a certain degree, but like I would definitely much prefer it if like, I mean, the company was willing to do it, sure, but I don't know. I don't necessarily. I don't think it.
You don't want to everything. Not everything needs to have.
Yeah, I don't need an answer for everything.
Because then, what? How many times have we gotten excited about something that's gotten canceled? Imagine being excited about something, seeing its complete development, and then it just being like shut down.
That would be exactly my feelings.
Mega Man Legends 3. I'm right there.
Like there's so much shit.
Because
that's the ones we know about.
They're just gonna put it on the shelf for it to rot because they're not gonna just give it out saying this is our property. Yeah. We're not gonna do anything with it, but neither can anybody else.
Like I kind of understand that, Like I mean, the Legends 3 thing I understand a little less as to. I'll never fully understand why they canceled that because there was that.
And blame the fans.
I know.
And blame the fucking fan.
That was Dark Ages. Like I don't even like Mega Man. I think Mega Man Legends is garbage.
I'm not a fan either, but
Legends fans are like hardcore. They really love that game.
Yeah,
that's for shit.
It's just like. These are the people who want it, and they're like, "Oh, you guys didn't download it enough." So
he's like, "What?" After they said that, I stopped buying Capcom games for 2 years.
Yeah,
I was like, "I'm not buying a new Capcom game." And then Ace Attorney 5 came out. I was
fuck
sellout. You're a sellout.
I am 100%, and it was digital only too in the United States. So I was like, "Damn, I can't even buy it used." Great, great.
Got to give their money. Got to give them the money.
Yeah. Then Capcom came around this generation. I was like, "Well, all right." I'm still mad about the Legends thing, but.
I mean,
I'm not too mad at them right now. They're very much on my good side.
They're on the upswing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll see what happens with the Street Fighter V announcements next week.
I don't know what everyone's expecting.
They may not even be Street Fighter V announcements. They may be something else.
They're going to be Street Fighter V announcements. Mm-hmm. Everyone needs to they're going to reveal the characters.
Temper their expectations. Yeah.
Yeah. I just it's what it is. And we're gonna get. It's clear that there was enough sales of Street Fighter V to warrant making more Street Fighter V.
Yeah, this was supposed to be Evo weekend.
I know. Oh, I know.
That's why all this fighting game news came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of my Facebook memories are telling me my Evo memories right about
this,
so. Same. Yep. Same here. I mean, like
the one where I was like Tekken, my anti-hype. Men how things have changed.
How things have changed.
Marvel's Capcom don't exist anymore. Tekken is hot.
This was supposed to be the year of Marvel 2.
I know.
So sad. So sad. Oh well.
Maybe next year.
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh well is all you can say.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see what we got upcoming in the next week. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be, stoke some more coal on the fading embers of what we have. This is a transition year.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like that statement that much because it's such a downer statement.
Transition year?
No.
What else can you say about it?
Saying it's like the dying embers. You're saying like Tekken Season 4 won't fix any of the issues that are rampant in the game right now.
Well, that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna add more fire. It's gonna fire it back up. How's my analogy bad?
Fair enough.
Put more gas in the tank.
There you go.
Started to sputter a little bit. Season 3 was very poorly received.
Oh yeah. Season 3 was not good.
Yeah.
Sam Show's getting a Season 3. I'm very excited about that.
Well,
they released the character. They announced the character, correct?
Yeah, she's some
they announced a Soul Calibur character, didn't they?
Setsuka.
Yeah,
and she has clothes on. So I'm immediately happy. It was like, oh wow, good job, Soul Calibur. feel like someone's grown up a little bit. Actually, it's her best design. She looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
She looks really cool.
And it's still attractive.
And yeah, exactly. All right. And also, I'm extra excited because that means the leak list was probably true. So I'm finally getting my boy back.
Who's that?
Huang.
Oh, okay.
So I was a big Huang Seung-kyung fan.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. So it looks like that leak list is probably true.
Yeah, it's speculating that Tekken 7 is getting Kunimitsu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't know much information. We got like a teaser. They did a Zoom call.
Yeah, there was a giant Zoom call of every fighting game developer.
Zoom calls.
Yeah.
It's the way to go now.
Yep.
And they Guilty Gear Strive dropped Leo Whitefang's trailer, who I did not expect to come back in this game.
People love Leo Whitefang. Are you kidding?
Well, I mean, I knew Maximilian was going to be happy.
I was not expecting Elfelt, but there she was.
Yeah. And also, although they revealed the new guy, and he looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He looks.
Is that the guy they teased before?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
He was in the original teaser trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks. I think it's Nogiriyuki. I think is his name. He looks really cool.
Black guy with the dreads.
Yeah, he looks.
Okay.
And he gets like a crazy like demon samurai helmet on. He looks fucking awesome.
But I'd like to see more actual details about Strive and how it's changed since its last, playable incarnation.
Yep.
But, temper expectation.
Look, I had issues with the game. I still enjoyed what I played when I was able to play it, but it is, the air dash. Oh, they need to fix that. I'm sorry.
Well, like I said, we need to wait for the next incarnation. Hopefully, they listen to all the feedback.
I made a point to put that in the feedback. I'm like, yo, that air dash felt bad. Like, why did you put startup in an air dash? What is wrong with you? That is terrible.
Like some characters, they can get away with that. I mean, that's like a universal mechanic.
Yeah, but like everybody was delayed.
Yeah. Everybody has that Nova air dash.
Oh, God. No bueno. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Street Fighter stuff is gonna. I think they're announcing Street Fighter stuff.
No, Kenny Omega is announcing Street Fighter stuff, which is cool.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's there. It's being hinted and rumored that Capcom is developing the wrestling game for AEW.
Really?
Yeah, that's the. Have
they ever made a wrestling game before?
Yes.
Saturday Night
Slam Masters.
Was it good?
That's where Mike Hager comes from.
Okay.
Well, Mike Hager's in. He's from Final Fight originally, but they put his wrestling. They made a game about Mike Hager's wrestling career. Yeah. That's called Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Okay.
There's even a second one that was arcade Japan only.
Oh, okay.
Release.
That's pretty big.
So is that a wrestling sim?
No.
Which is, I think what the AEW guys want.
Yeah. And
this is just a complete rumor, so don't even listen to me.
That'd be hilarious and kind of awesome.
Wouldn't it though?
I'd be down for that. So Yep. Anything else on the docket really, or how much else, right?
I know of.
Alrighty.
Luigi and Mario Ultra Mario 64.
Blue Turbo.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you can tell. That's when remember when it was the Ultra 64?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do.
That's why Killer Instinct has Ultra combos.
Mm-hmm.
All that jazz, all that junk.
It was running on the Ultra 64 hardware.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything was Ultra back then.
They didn't have Ultra combos in the original one?
Sure they did.
They do, but they were developing the original Killer Instinct, even though it got a Super Nintendo release, was developed on the hardware of the N64.
Interesting.
Yeah. Or like it was.
That must be why it looks so bad.
Hey, watch your mouth.
I thought Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct 1 is
garbage.
No, it's not a pretty game.
Yeah, it's not. I
can't defend it.
It's like that faux claymation kind of 3D.
Look. Yeah, it's very.
It's like nah.
It was like it took all the good things about Donkey Kong Country and made it garbage in terms of like that like
aesthetic
advanced look.
Yeah.
Of that.
I'm be honest with you, I really don't like how Donkey Kong looks on the Super Nintendo.
That's why Donkey Kong Country 2 is better.
Okay.
It does look better.
I was playing DKC 1 actually. Spent some co-op with that. I was playing some DKC 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never played 3. Probably don't have to.
You're not missing much.
Yeah. It's still good.
How's Tropical Freeze? Because I ignored that
Very
one.
Good.
Yeah, it's got a new funky mode in it, so
it's extremely good.
Might be fun to try.
It's a game. When it's next time it's on sale, I'm gonna buy it.
Okay. Yeah, that's easily my favorite Donkey Kong game.
Like, what are some Wii games that I didn't play because I didn't have a Wii that you might think I might like?
Oh, a Wii or Wii U?
Anything that's available on the Switch. Yeah.
Donkey Kong.
Tropical Freeze 1. Yeah.
Xenoblade.
I do have that on the 3DS, but you know what?
That's a bad. Don't play that.
Also, I don't think I can.
Can't do it.
I don't think I can see anything on the 3DS anymore.
Oh well.
Like mobile gaming and handheld gaming is probably done for me. It's something I can do with my eyesight now. So
Xenoblade is pretty up there. New Super Mario Brothers U is probably the best 2D Mario game since World.
I mean, all right, okay,
a solid game.
All right. So not much. You really have to think about this.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do my own research then. Whatever. Yeah. If in fact, I want to do that. I'll see what's on the damn Switch store or something.
Turn your damn Switch on. There's games on there. Good games.
Sure. Whatever. All right, I can do that.
Oh man.
All right, we're going.
All righty.
Yeah.
We made it.
We made it. We did it. We did something good. We did a good thing.
We did it good.
Yeah. I think we talked about basketball for a longer amount of time,
but like good basketball.
90s
basketball.
Just a means to an end.
Yeah.
It's
like every
other story I was talking about today.
That's the theme of the podcast.
Just a means to an end.
Yep.
It's Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, Instagram, all that other stuff. I don't even remember anymore.
Because you don't do this podcast anymore.
People know.
It's been 3 weeks or so since I've been on, so whatever. You can find us.
Yeah.
We're there somewhere.
Yep. Email us 4205cast@gmail.com.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We can read for you on the air or not if you choose.
Then a voice note if you want.
Yeah.
We will generally read it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want us to.
Right.
But then if you say you don't want us to, we won't read it.
Won't, yeah.
Or we'll read it, but we won't say your name.
Oh, there we go.
We'll just heavily imply it's you.
Yeah. Like, you'll know who you are.
Exactly. You know who you are. How dare you say this? You person. SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio, other stuff.
Stitcher.
Google Play and Stitcher.
Yeah, I said other stuff. Okay?
Well, like we're all over the place now.
Yeah, we're in everything apparently.
It's more of a question of where we aren't.
It's true.
It isn't much.
We get around.
We got around. We're good. We got a working relationship with it. Well, not a working relationship, but we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Listen to us wherever you like. Hopefully, you're doing that. Obviously, you can watch us on YouTube now.
Oh yeah.
Good old YouTube.
So,
people are actually loving the YouTube videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If we ever go back in person, we're gonna have to video record.
I'm down for it. We can set that up.
Yeah. That shouldn't be a problem.
That can be fun. We'll have a bunch of cool shit in the room by then too. So.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll set it up.
Yeah. We do.
Look, I got Prince, man. I'm ready to roll. I'm ahead of you guys. Yeah, yeah.
Is he in his little red Corvette?
No, Joe.
Is he wearing the raspberry beret?
I wish. No, he's got his Batman shirt and he's on roller skates.
On that note.
Yeah.
4205 cast off.